Oh, hey. What's going on? No three-putting in the chat writes the following. I miss the days where Vladdy was paid a modest $20 million and was a slightly above average baseball player. No notes.
For the audio, or you can even watch back, giving players all the props or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk facts.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion, going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
Play it on the car ride, play it when you lounge. X and O, you know that we can hold it down. Shout out to my man Sammy, got it off the ground. And to all the listeners tuned in right now, got debates, analysis, and speculation. This is sports talk for the new generation. You know where to find us, got a reputation. Sick podcast, your #1 sports destination.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion, going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
S-I-C-K, it's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back, giving players all the props or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk back. S-I-C-K, 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 S-I-C-K,
All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
You are now listening to The Sid Seixeiro Show. Powered by Sick Media, the sickest Toronto sports show. Now, here's your host, Sid.
What's up? It's Sid. I just hit the mic. It's fine.
Watch the mic.
I paid for this mug. I'm fine.
You did.
Sick Media paid for the mic.
Yeah.
I didn't pay for the mic. Azzo didn't pay for the mic. You know what? Technically, you listening paid for the mic, so thank you for the mic. Sid Seixeiro Show, powered by Sick Media. It is Monday, August the 24th. We are live on YouTube. We are live on X. And based on some early comments I'm seeing from the live chat coming in, dare I say, the best live chat in Canadian media.
Hell yeah.
I think that's safe to say, right?
Safe.
Sorry. If there's a better chat, I'll hear it. If not, I'm going to dab on them haters.
What?
It's too early in the week for that. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I shouldn't have said dab on them haters.
Or
That 5 years ago called, it wants its reference back. But we appreciate all of you. And my main point, before I staggered somewhere else, is that I'm based on what I'm seeing in the chat, I think a few folks who were on vacation or took some time offline or unplugged, you're back. Good to see you. That's what I meant to say. Quick news update. If you're in the Southern Ontario area, it is not October 17th. It's still August. Those of you who were freezing when you woke up this morning maybe felt different. It's cold, man. It is so cold. I peed a lot this morning. That's how cold it was.
Sorry, what?
You do that when it's cold, right? When you're feeling cold?
I guess.
I guess. I'm no doctor. I'm no Dr. Zhivago. But it was cold in Southern Ontario, and it's noon now, and it feels like it's 16 degrees Celsius. Now, I have to be honest with you. Feeling a bit more patriotic today than normal. I like the cold. Go Canada. Allez le Rouge. But, man, it was cold. And for those of you who are in Europe and might be listening to us or in other parts of the world who are Canadian who will make your way back, I'm not saying you need a parka when you need to come back. It should be fine. But today's weird. Like the weather, and most of the weekend, like if you were at a BTS concert in town, it was miserable. It was miserable. But you saw BTS, so you liked it. Anyway, the weather kind of sucks is what I'm trying to say. Odd Southern Ontario weather for late August. I believe if you go back last year and the year before around this time, like it was heat warnings. I'm pretty sure.
It is August.
My God. But we'll get through it. And I managed to kind of fight my way through the bad weather over the weekend by seeing The Odyssey. I did watch it. Went to the theater. And Christopher Nolan's made some pretty good movies down through the years. Give me a yes or no if you liked these movies. Interstellar.
Yeah.
I never saw Interstellar.
Yeah, I don't think.
What's that about? They're in space, right?
Yeah, that's the one with Sandra. No, who's in that one?
No, Sandra Bullock's in another one.
Yeah, there was at one point there was all these space movies. It was
There's a lot of space movies that
Yeah.
are kind of the same.
So that one's with Matthew McConaughey, Anne Hathaway.
We're in space.
Yeah.
All right.
Matt Damon's in that
Oh,
one
no
too.
kidding. Matt Damon's in that one.
Timothy Chalamet.
Is that the one where he's at Mars and tries to get off Mars?
I don't remember it.
And there's like a 1 in a million shot for him to find his mothership off Mars. And he's like growing plants and shit. And stuff. I swore accidentally. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say.
Whatever. It's a new week. We did it. You
I
went
didn't-
6 months
I
without
didn't-
doing it.
I didn't mean that. I did not
6
mean
months
that. I'm
without
sorry.
doing it.
Oh, Gravity. Marty in the chat said that was Gravity with Matt Damon.
No,
I believe so.
whatever.
There were 90 of them. Interstellar, I never saw. Inception was a good movie. I like that from Christopher Nolan. It was fine.
Mm-hmm.
Oppenheimer was solid.
Yeah.
Probably 30 minutes longer than it needed to be.
Right. Which tends to be the case now with his movies.
Like, I really just wanted to see the Manhattan Project aspect of that. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't need, like, the political America at the time. Like, it's significant, but it's like, all right, come on. Like, show me how the cake is baked here. How the nuclear cake is baked. The Dark Knight with the Joker
Hell yeah.
is one of my all-time favorite movies.
All the Dark Knight. Even the
Yes.
other one. Dark Knight Rises, just as good.
Well, Dark Knight Rises was crazy too, but the Dark Knight with the Joker was a top 5 all-time movie. Like I liked The Odyssey. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Caro in the chat. By God, Sid, think of the children, potty mouth. If we had a swear jar,
No.
I'd put a quarter in. Like, The Odyssey was good. For those who have, I know a lot of you have seen this. For those who haven't, Matt Damon plays Odysseus, and Odysseus like came up with the Trojan horse idea, took down the city of Troy, and it's basically his weird journey to try and get back home. And there's some oddities to it. There's some cameos that really aren't needed. Like, Zendaya's very talented.
Yeah.
Have you seen this movie?
I have.
Yeah, you thought, like, I didn't need the, I don't know if it was that important, the Zendaya.
Yeah.
Like, the cameos are crazy. Like, I know Travis Scott's in this. You didn't really need it. And Matt Damon is definitely going to get nominated for an Oscar. I mean, Anne Hathaway was really good. Anne Hathaway's always really good, but I thought she was really good in this. Other than that, no one really stood out. I didn't think Robert Pattinson was that good. Tom Holland, I'm realizing when he's not Spider-Man, isn't that interesting to anybody. I'm just kind of figuring that out.
Yeah.
And the weirdest cast of all was like, okay, we need like a blind Greek guy. Let's get John Leguizamo. John Leguizamo's like the guy from Brooklyn in every movie. And was I the only one? They cast John Leguizamo, who I genuinely like as an actor. I'm a big fan. As like a sage old Greek guy who can't see. Who's like, when is Odysseus coming back here? I haven't heard anything since Troy. What's going on with that hair? I'm walking here. He sounds like a Brooklyn guy. Because he always sounds like a Brooklyn guy. So I thought that casting was kind of weird. The special effects were insane. Best part of the movie were like giant humans that would show up out of nowhere and fight you. That was pretty cool. And Matt Damon was really good. I thought Matt Damon was excellent.
Did you notice Sean Avery?
I didn't. I forgot Sean Avery was in it. Much like the end of his hockey career, I forgot he was there. It's true.
Damn.
It's true.
Damn.
Overall, so my review is this. Overall, I think it's worth, like, it is a summer go to the movies film. It's that big. And I didn't see it on IMAX. I couldn't wait. I saw it on a screen in front of me. I'll live. It's fine. I didn't see an extra feather on a guy's hat in Troy fighting. It's fine. I'll live. But this ain't the Batman with the Joker. This ain't the Batman with Bane. This is not Oppenheimer. I thought Oppenheimer was a far better film than this.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You find this one too long?
There were moments where I'm like, okay, let's get to the point where Matt Damon kicks everyone's ass here. Let's go. There was one ridiculous scene, though, where, like, Anne Hathaway hasn't...
Okay, say some people haven't
No, but,
seen
like,
it.
okay, spoiler alert.
Oh.
Okay, you know what? I'm not going to say it. Go see the movie. It's a good... Don't get me wrong. It's a good movie. I kept hearing, like, clearly this is the best picture of the year. I don't know. And everyone keeps telling me, like, Christopher Nolan's not using AI in this or CG. Come on. Come on. You're telling me he didn't sneak one in? I read how they were actually out on the sea filming, and they cut it short because they were going to kill each other.
Yeah.
Like they had to leave the shoot, the whole crew.
Again, I heard they kept, because it was the way it was filmed, they had to keep changing the reels like every 3-4 minutes.
Yeah, that's what IMAX will do.
And it's freezing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is what I'm saying. Kaylin in the chat knows what I'm saying. Matt Damon as a beggar goes about 35 minutes too long. It's kind of true. But Matt Damon generally, like, I don't know what they were doing. Like, they killed off Elliot Page within 4 seconds. I was like, Elliot, this is a big moment for your career. Like, I hope you got more lines than that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Bye-bye.
But overall, go see it. Like, honestly, I don't want to give the impression not to see it. I enjoyed it. It's just, like, not the best Christopher Nolan movie I've ever seen. It isn't.
He's had a lot.
Oh, my God. The Batman's alone, man.
It's true.
Here we go.
And here we go.
The sports talk?
Death Clutch 2000 in the chat. Gladiator was the best. He did not do Gladiator.
No, he didn't.
Who did Gladiator again? Why can't I remember this? He's done everything, this director, too. I'm no Ed and Verk when it comes to...
Ridley Scott.
Ridley Scott, thank you. But I gave it like a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I'll push it to 4.
Oh, wow.
But like I don't believe it's the best Christopher Nolan movie I've ever seen. But I just love going to the movies. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So, I mean, 3.5 to 4 stars. What would you give it?
Oh, I don't know. Sorry, I thought you meant have I seen some of the people who were in it? Some of the
so you haven't
cameos.
seen the movie?
I haven't seen it.
You were talking like you saw the movie.
No. I've seen all the cameos.
All
Because
right.
you see it all on socials. Like, who's in it? These weird cameos. You're like, who are they in it? How come I haven't seen them
Zendaya's
before?
part is so bizarre because she just pops up like once in a while, looks at him like she's a ghost. It's like, what do you think you're doing right now? And then you don't see her for an hour. And then she's
She went
gone.
on like Kimmel or was it Fallon and talked about it forever. I'm like, oh, she must have a major part in it.
Not really. No. Like it was just a really there were just it's like here was my biggest issue with it. There were like cameos shoehorned in it.
Yeah.
And that gets a little weird, no? But the John Leguizamo casting as old blind Greek guy who sounds like a Brooklyn guy is my favorite thing. Troy fell because of Odysseus. I know he's coming back. I got his dog right here. His dog's right here. He's got to come back. Love that guy. He's the best. Grew up with him. Odysseus is the best guy. He's my buddy. I've known him on the block for years.
Got some pizza?
He got some pizza. He's coming back for some good New York pizza. He's Odysseus. I couldn't. It was the funniest thing to hear him.
It's amazing.
Blake in the chat, 2 stars max.
Ooh.
Chris in the chat, guys, the movie, it's no Borat. No, it wasn't a Borat. It was not a Borat.
No Borat?
Yeah.
Not so much.
Death Clutch in the chat. Leguizamo was great in John Wick. You know, I have not seen one John Wick movie. Not one.
Really?
I have not seen a John Wick movie. I hear they're fun. They're
might
great.
have seen one.
I'm late. I'm very late on the John Wicks. So I do suggest the movie. It's not the craziest thing I've ever seen, but it's impressive. It's impressive. Shout out John Leguizamo. I love John. I don't want to give the impression I don't love John Leguizamo. I do. It was a very unique cast. He's the best. He set the city on fire with a horse. He's the best guy ever. You're going to love him. Odysseus. Actually, you know who's really good in it? He didn't have a ton of lines. This Corey Hawkins kid. Corey Hawkins. You've seen him in a bunch of stuff. I've seen him here and there. He was like one of the badder guys. Great. He had a great performance. Robert Patterson felt forced to me. Really forced as the bad guy. Wasn't like a believe. I don't know.
Bad guys always make the movies.
Yes.
Right?
You need a good bad guy.
Yeah, 100%.
Also, one of the weirdest scenes I've ever seen involving like pigs is in this. Just for that scene, go see it.
What?
It's crazy.
That scene?
The one thing Christopher Nolan really does well is he does he weaves he does that scene well. He weaves the Troy story, like the Trojan horse story, and Odysseus. I had no idea about this story post Troy with the character Odysseus. I had no idea. He wove it beautifully. Like you were up to date on everything by the end. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's almost like Christopher Nolan is good at movies. But yeah, I mean, it's a story about a guy who had a conquest and had trouble finding his way home and finding himself. That brings us to Vladdy. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. came back over the weekend off the injured list and played Saturday, had a couple of singles. I got that right, Azo?
Yeah.
He didn't have any extra base hits.
I believe so.
And then had an 0 for 4 yesterday. And I believe you could pick 1 or 2 moments as well. He wasn't running that hard to first base out of the block.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I can't hit an 89-mile-an-hour slider in the majors. Breaking news to you. I can't do that. Most of you can't either. It's hard. Being a Major League Baseball player, especially a hitter, is pretty difficult. I can't do that. You know what I can do? Run. That I could do. Effort is in all of us. Effort is a gift given to all of us, regardless of what it is in life, personally or professionally. That I'm not going to slide by on. But he is coming off a week on the concussion protocol list, and anyone expecting 3 home runs in New York, as much of a good story as I would be, I think you were kind of fooling yourself. But once again, Vladdy takes one for the team and hit 7th in the lineup. Just kidding, back 2nd. Because of course, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you hit him 2nd again, considering after the All-Star break, in the second half of the season, his slugging and on base have gone down. Why would you move him? Why would you move him?
That's a great question.
I don't know why you'd move him. We're going to get more to the series in the game with Azo and you here momentarily, but I do want to talk about something that happened after the game yesterday. And I thought the timing on this was fascinating. It wasn't pre-planned this way, but it's just the way it kind of happened. So the Blue Jays documentary wrapped up yesterday, The Blue Jays Way. Whoever came up with that idea, great idea. The final part was yesterday, part 7. And it went through, the end of the, I'll call it the Jays attitude era with Stroman and Batista and Donaldson. Is that a fair way to describe it?
I like that a lot.
That's the attitude era for the Jays. I think it's apropos. I'm going to claim that. I haven't heard anyone call it that. I'm going to claim that. And then it went through this weird time where Jose Bautista kind of leaves and Gibby and Donaldson's traded to Cleveland, and it brought Cleveland a World Series. Just kidding, it didn't. And so it kind of bridges that into the true Shapiro Atkins, Charlie Montoyo / John Schneider era. Because Charlie worked for them too.
He did.
They did. But yesterday was kind of the last one, and it was modern day Jays history. So I think a lot of Blue Jay fans, if you're not pissed at what you just saw, you're sticking around Sportsnet, you're watching that. And there's a few things that came out of that yesterday that were borderline confessions that we're going to play for you, courtesy of Sportsnet, which is very germane to things happening today, I believe. But it ended with a quote from Vladdy Jr. that was appropriate to the whole thing. And the Jays had just lost the World Series in a Game 7. I still can't believe we say that, but it happened. And Vladdy talks about the future and how positive he is about the future. He's disappointed, shattered, like all Jays fans, but looking forward to the future. And this is what Vladdy said at the end of that documentary on Sportsnet yesterday.
I was proud of myself, proud of my teammate, because we do it all. We give it all the effort we have. We grind and we do everything to try to win the World Series, But I know one day we're gonna celebrate win a World Series.
Jake Haro in the chat. Vladdy is entering the Bobby Bonilla discussion.
Ooh.
Bobby Bonilla, for those who aren't aware, is probably going down as one of the bigger busts in baseball history. Does he still make like $1 million
I think so,
a
it's
year?
wrapping up soon.
He made like $1 million a year for 20 years off his Mets contract or something like that. I think it's actually over. I think this year might have been the last year. I think.
No, dude. Through to 2035? Am I reading this right?
Bobby Bonilla makes $1 million a year off the Mets through 2035?
Yeah. From 2011 through to 2035.
God bless you, Bobby Bonilla.
Gosh, for life.
If anyone wants to see one of the great pieces of video of all time, go back and watch Bobby Bonilla square up a reporter in the Mets locker room and almost kill him. One of the greats. Back to Vladdy, though. One of the last things you hear in that well-done documentary by Sportsnet last night and over the last several weeks is I'm going to win a World Series here in Toronto. We're going to win a World Series. He's in year one of a 14-year contract at $500 million total, $35 million per year on average. How many of you believe that? Is where I want to take it today. We're going to go more micro in a second on the Jays schedule coming up and what happened in New York, believe me. But the macro, as I watch that thing play along and watch the Jays in New York just kind of, say to themselves, if we give up 3 runs or more, we're dead today. It's not a great place to be. And you hear Vladdy, a guy who you just saw, that documentary actually probably dropped at the right time. Like to remind people that, by the way, Vladdy did this once, right? Mm-hmm. 8 home runs in a postseason. Because I didn't know how I'd feel about it watching it back. I think it was a good thing to see if you're a Jays fan. Some are so cynical at this point, as the chat is reminding me. Nothing makes you feel better about Vladdy unless he hits 3 home runs in the series against the Royals coming up. I get it. But it wasn't that long ago. Right? 8 home runs in a postseason. That is dominating. What was his OPS? 1.1 thousand?
2, yeah, 1.1.
It was approaching 2.
Yeah.
That's like, you have to walk him every time. He's going to destroy you. Single, extra base hit, doesn't matter. He's getting on base. I don't think it hurt the Jays that it just so happened that episode played out yesterday. I thought it was a good reminder. But it did get me thinking that last quote. Like, this young man's convinced. He's 27 still. He's convinced he's going to win a World Series in Toronto. Do you? Now, baseball's a weird sport. Baseball's not basketball. That kid's got 4 shots per game to maybe really help you offensively, right? It's unique that way. And I do need to pull back a little bit on the, one player can carry you in Major League Baseball, because that is not the truth. If Barry Bonds, when his OPS was like 4,000, couldn't win a World Series, baseball's unique. That's what that proves. Baseball's unique. You can have the best 2 starting pitchers in the majors. You still need someone to start games 3 and 4 in a World Series. It's a weird sport that way. So to put all of that on Vladdy is not entirely true, but I understand the pressure. $500 million is a lot of money. And you can be a catalyst. I don't expect Vladdy to carry the team, but he can be a catalyst. Because even as good as Vladdy was last year, you still needed Barger home runs. You still needed Clement to have the most hits in postseason history. You still needed Lucas to run into one. You still needed Dalton Varsho. I was reminded Dalton Varsho once hit a home run in a World Series game.
Springer Dinger.
Springer Dinger. Speaking of high OPSs,
Yeah.
George Springer from 2025. And I am not of the opinion to completely write off Vladdy's entire Blue Jays career, however many years remains in this city, because he hasn't hit a home run at home in over a calendar year in the regular season. I'm not willing to do that. The Jays spend money. They're 5th in league in payroll. Cleveland, by the way, are last. Jays are 5th. It's not like they won't support him in some way, but a lot has to go right. I believe this kid is going to win a World Series in this town. I do. I know it doesn't feel that way. And I know hearing that from me is weird, because I hate most things. And I grow frustrated with most things. Confirmed. Azul just confirmed it. I don't know if we needed that confirmation that quickly, but that's your 2-source confirmation.
There you go.
Yes. Just like an ESPN basketball report, 2-source confirmation. I just don't know how many of you out there believe that as well. I think it's something he needs to say and has to say, and he has to believe. Here's the problem. If he says it and doesn't believe it, oh no. Everyone's screwed. Just go home. Everyone goes home. And then the Jays will be like those moments in the documentary that you spotted the same way I spotted, where you said to yourself, there was a time when no one went to Jays games, eh? Those visuals would stick out like sore thumbs in that documentary. I know you noticed those. I think Vladdy will win a World Series in this town. I do. Doesn't mean I'm not frustrated with what's going on. I'm curious if you believe that. Because much like the weather in southern Ontario this morning, boy, has this started cold this season for Vladdy. I hope he, just like I did this morning, turns on the furnace for a second and heats up starting this week against Kansas City. And then our triumphant hero can return home and find vindication. He's going to have to do it soon because people are getting pissed. 90% of our chat before we even started the show was ripping Vladdy. I believe he's going to win a World Series again in this town. Do you? Jeff has a party. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Sydney.
How was your weekend?
It was okay. It was okay. Yeah, weather kind of sucked.
The weather was great, man. The concerts in town this weekend.
I know, and there was a lot of good ones.
For those, I'm just talking about today. Saturday in southern Ontario was a minor hurricane.
Monsoon.
Like, it rolled through. It had teeth. It's one of those storms where, like, even when the storm's over, there's like really kind of freaky clouds low that also look like they want to punch you in the face. Mm-hmm. Like, it never looked comfortable, ever. But it was a wild, wild weekend.
You know, I know it's cold. You're wearing an undershirt under the shirt.
I am.
And I can't see the chest hair. The chest hair ain't popping out.
I also forgot to use deodorant today.
Oh, jeez. That's what that is.
I'm doing this for you.
There's a musk in here.
Sorry. I have chest hair that pops out? I don't like that.
Why? You were asking me to go 2-3 buttons? Oh, more buttons, better.
Oh, by the way, I also saw Meredith Shaw over the weekend.
Oh yeah, how's she doing?
Friday night we had dinner. It was great.
Yeah, that's the lead.
Great.
What the hell?
Got blitzed. And the restaurant we were at, I will keep the name to myself. They were actually very kind to us because we got there at 5.
Okay.
And we stayed till and they did not kick us out. Could have. Didn't kick us out. So good time. She's great. She's doing great. Movie was good. And now we're talking about the Jays again.
Yeah.
Do you think Vladdy's right? Do you think he's going to win a World Series?
Well, let's not forget Ed Rogers threw that out there as the condition, right? When they handed Vladdy that money, he did say,
honest to God, it's one of the stronger quotes I've heard anyone in this.
We want to
city
win a World
stay.
Series. I believe we're going to win a World Series.
No,
when they handed him that contract.
The question was, what is the return on investment on $500 million? And Ed Rogers said, return on investment is winning a World Series.
Right.
And I could tell you,
He set that
fans who've been ripping on the guy for years and heard him talk for the first time was it April? When was that press conference? May or April? I forget now. Whatever it was. Whenever the press conference was. People have never heard
April 14th.
People who've never heard Ed Rogers say anything were like, yeah, go Rogers. Go ahead and T-Money.
The fact he wanted to be up there, right? And say it and be a part of all that, give him the jersey and put it on him, take the pictures and say, yeah, the expectation on return is winning a World Series.
You know what I always thought about that Ed Rogers Vladdy press conference? The fact that he was there. There was no way Ross and Mark wanted to give him this contract.
No, it's true.
Not this type of money. I believe they wanted to lock him up. But there's no way. There's no way. Look, judging by how they operate, this was like a Mark and Ross idea. There's no shot.
Yeah.
So they might be off the hook more than we know in terms of Vladdy's struggles this year. I don't know. But
again,
we'll
the only thing I think of, maybe it's better this happens to him in the first year of the big contract so he can try and figure it out and has to come back next year. Something has to change in all of this. In his approach, in how he does this, what he does.
I mean, look. Okay, all right, so let's get into this then. Did you expect anything different from Vladdy over the weekend in New York? Because I didn't.
No,
not
he's
not
lost
anywhere
all
close.
Season, right?
Yes,
and he
Yes.
does. There were at bats where he did look lost. You said it. He started the weekend on Saturday with 2 singles, no extra base hits again.
fine.
Line drives, but he also ended 2.
By the way,
innings.
everyone
That's the
else
problem.
was getting singles too.
Yeah.
It wasn't just Vlad.
No, you're right.
There was no extra base
You're
hits to be
right.
had anywhere. For the record, I haven't said this yet. Jays are a game and a half back of the last wild card spot. There's a ton of scoreboard watching available tonight if you want to find those games. So there's plenty of Jays-related Jays are off tonight. They start the series with Kansas City tomorrow. Kansas City have won 8 straight, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
8 straight.
Them and the Phillies are on a run right now.
Yep. Sean in the Yukon. Honestly, Jays did better than I expected. Pretty good on defense.
But even the wins, don't they feel like they're just escaping with the wins?
you
Unless have the one game in Tampa.
Other than the one game in
all
Tampa.
intense.
Yes. Can't control life in the chat. They did make up ground. I don't think so. They're now a
they
game and a half.
lost.
No, guys, I think they lost ground
they
over
lost
the
the
weekend.
game, didn't
Yeah, honestly. Sorry, guys.
they? You got 30 games left, all against teams around you or beneath you.
RMC in the chat. Baseball rosters will be expanding, or baseball will be expanding generally. Talent pool diluting. It'll be harder to be more than a mediocre club. All right, that's a bigger expansion pitch conversation for down the line in baseball. They have to worry about playing baseball next year. CBA runs out December 1st.
But you've brought this up before. Hitting around the league is down. But the year
It
he's
is.
having is historically bad for a
It
guy
is.
who can do what he does.
Yes.
And the problem with him coming back and them leaving him, again, I think they're trying to get him right more than the team right now. Because even batting him ahead of I get you left Kirky in the 3rd spot. Cool. I like everybody wants to celebrate that. But you put him before him. He ended 2 innings on Saturday. It took the bat out of Kirky's hand when they were trying to make moves, trying to score runs.
You say they're trying, sorry, what was the line you just said? They're trying to get him going?
They're valuing him, I think, over the team.
Oh, no kidding they are.
Yeah.
100% they are valuing Vladdy over the Jays.
By trying to get him going.
No question about it. To not drop him at all.
You had a reason to this weekend, and it just proves they never, ever will.
No one's suggesting 8th or 9th.
No,
I've never said
I
that.
said 5th.
But you bring that up, and some people are going, "We're going to bat him 8th? You're going to bat him 8th? No, you idiot. How about 5th?
Yeah.
Let's try 5th.
And you can't put him right after Kirky because then it might be a guaranteed double play every time. But drop him to 5th.
100% you can't put him on Kirk.
Right?
There's no shot. But I, it was an interesting weekend. Azo, you know what stuck out to me? This was my biggest concern getting out of Yankee Stadium. You know how some of us have been waiting for the bullpen to get tired?
Yeah.
I didn't like that Tyler Rogers home run, man.
No, I know. He never gives up a ball in the air. It's
Is that his first home run of the year he's given up?
And also, I thought they left Soriano in a bit too long. Like they were taking their chances there because they don't want to lean on the bullpen.
I thought Okamoto screwed up at third on that second bunt, personally. But whatever. But like Fisher almost got out of it, but he didn't.
Right.
I don't know. You're still throwing out Brendan Little. Like I feel like here's my point on that. None of this matters if the bullpen now is going to implode. None of it. And it wasn't consistent, but there were a few moments over the weekend where I'm like, I don't know. Like, why not use Fluharty more against lefties yesterday? Why? Because he's tired.
Exactly.
He's tired. Like, I heard everyone
He
say,
leads the league.
why isn't John Schneider using Fluharty more against a predominantly lefty lineup? Well, one, you used him as an opener on Friday night.
Right.
Second, he's like one of the most used relievers in baseball this year. So it's not September.
No, I know.
Like that to me, above all of it, is the one canary in the coal mine that tells you go home. If that bullpen starts to lose steam, if that bullpen that's been overused constantly because Schneider and Atkins have no discipline when it comes to matchups or feel or gut, which I'm going to play for you here in a second. It was confirmed in the documentary yesterday.
Yep.
Like if this bullpen goes down.
Well, we've even seen it from Varland, who we know is a workhorse. Throwing the ball short a bit, like you can tell he's tired.
Slosh Hogger in the chat. Braden Fisher, 9 walks in 13 innings recently. I didn't realize it was that bad.
I didn't know that either.
I didn't realize it was that bad. Skull Leader in the chat. God damn, we need Mantiply back. That's pretty good. Martino in the chat. John Schneider is a minor league coach at best.
Again, and another blown, great C start yesterday. Even though he didn't seem to have his best stuff, it's another start. He battled through and kept them in it. What's it,
Dylan Cease cannot walk 5 guys in the start and win the Cy Young. I got news for you.
No, I'm not saying win the Cy. I'm saying it's a winnable game for the Jays.
Yeah.
I don't care about the Cy Young right now. If they want to stay in this race.
Some people, that's all they care about is the Cy Young.
Well, because it might be the only thing the Jays win this year.
Could care less if Dylan Cease wins a Cy Young. I want to win some games for this team.
Yeah. Everybody thinking I got a cold sore. I burnt my lip on the weekend. Took some out of the oven too quickly, and I was so hungry.
I know you might want to do this. Go full screen on your lip. Go full screen. What happened?
I came home late and I was hungry. Put some in the air fryer in the oven.
Yeah.
Took it out, ate it right away because I was so hungry, and I burned my lip.
Sorry. Do not bring me back on camera. You burnt your lip on. Don't do it.
Hot pizza.
Put your lip back on.
Hot pizza.
Please put your lip on.
Not a cold sore though.
Nope.
Not a cold sore.
We're all worried about you and your face.
No.
So you were eating some wings at 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah. It was pizza. And you put a pizza in the oven. Came home after I was out. Yep.
So that's not a cold sore or anything else.
Not. I promise you.
What is her name and how badly did she hurt you?
I'm telling you.
We listen. Well, respect of Lion the Jays.
And here I am, still showing up.
What happened to your face?
I burnt it eating a hot slice of pizza, man.
Or did she burn you?
No, a little bit of
what
both.
happened?
A little bit of both.
What happened, Odysseus? What happened?
Trust me, no Trojan. Never mind.
Okay. Jeff in the chat. Well, was the pizza good though, Azo?
It was.
Okay.
Eventually, when I could eat it.
Okay.
I have such a bad habit, taking something out of the oven, trying to eat it way too fast.
I don't know why this makes me laugh so much. Can't control life in the chat. Cold sores mean you're weak.
That's why I'm saying it's not a cold sore. It's not a cold sore.
Why do they mean you're weak?
I don't know. It's funny though. You didn't build up that tolerance, I guess. I don't know.
I guess. Oh my God. Chris Betty in the chat. Delicio. You know what You know what my late night eating call would be constantly? Pizza pockets.
Yeah.
If you've never
didn't
done
have
that,
any, so I had to
if
throw it
you've
out.
never rolled in like a deluxe in the microwave at 4 o'clock in the morning,
Pizza bites. You ever had the pizza bites?
overrated.
Pretty good.
Overrated.
Oh, what are you talking
Pizza
about?
bites are overrated. Those pizza pockets when you're home
Yeah.
and you're starving,
Yeah,
and you couldn't get to the hot dog
In
stand.
the air fryer?
But no, back in the day, I'm talking
talking
like
in the
the
oven?
microwaves that
Oh,
were
microwave.
super.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about the super unhealthy microwaves, like the second one ever made.
I don't trust microwaves.
Just nuclear energy.
Yeah.
Dan in the chat, Azo, quote, her lips were too hot. End quote.
That's moving.
See, Dan knows what you're doing
Yeah,
there.
it's true.
Yes. Jake in the chat, but what kind of pocket, though? The deluxe pockets.
So that has mushrooms and pepperoni.
All of it. Yeah.
Oh,
Mushrooms,
really?
pepperoni, peppers.
just the pepperoni.
Yeah. No. The deluxe pockets.
All right.
You want to feel better watching a Vladdy at
Well, when
bat?
you need something quick, it's true.
Throw one of those in.
Yeah.
To everyone being kind of inappropriate in the chat.
Very inappropriate.
Just so you know, we're seeing
Very
you.
inappropriate.
We're seeing you. I'm not
Yeah,
reading
I
any
can't
of this.
read them.
I can't read
They're
any
funny.
of this. They're funny.
Reading.
I can't read any of this. Everyone is oddly interested in Azo's sex life.
Whoa.
It's true.
What?
It's true.
Or that I came home and not good stay and ate something when I should.
Man.
Anyway.
Christopher in the chat, these things are lava. Oh, sorry. Sean in the Yukon, these things are lava. I got to get this right. But that's the thing. Like those pizza pockets, when you
They
take them
come
out,
out hot.
the hot, you think a black coffee from like a fast food place is hot? Those pizza pockets,
I know. And you bite them too soon.
you'd
and
be
then
a
you get
burn
it.
victim,
Yes.
for God's sake.
That's what happened.
My God.
Anyway.
Okay, so Jays are off tonight. I guess what I'm saying about the weekend series, Azo, I'm not overly disappointed.
No.
My main concern, though, bullpen.
Yeah.
I'm really worried about the bullpen.
It's going to all come down to the offense. We talked about it last week. If you can score a couple runs early, like I would love to look back and see what this team's record is when they score in the first inning, when they get ahead and they go for it. And they,
Okay,
they
chat, homework right now. Azo and I are live. We're doing the show. We're having a lot of fun. There's only so many hands on the wheel here. Someone in the chat find us what the Jays' record is when they score first or when they leave the first with a lead.
Yeah.
How do you want to phrase it?
Leave the first with a
When the Jays, the 4 times it's happened this year,
That's crazy.
when the Jays leave the first inning with a lead, A, how many times has that happened? B, what's the record? Shalom.
Because again, it's going to come down to the offense.
It will. Okay, while
And the last thing I'll say is, Vladdy, to your point, the hustle, that's what baseball gods reward, is the hustle out of the box and trying to get to base. If you believe in baseball gods, start hustling.
if you believe in the baseball gods,
If your coach is always going to talk about manager, John Schneider, who knows him better than anybody, talks to him all the time. Let's go. Tell him to hustle, and the baseball gods will reward him.
the baseball gods can help you if you improve your baseball odds.
Yeah.
And improving your baseball odds means running. Because there were plenty of people that noticed that. I think it was the Saturday game at Yankee Stadium. There was one double play where it didn't look great.
Yeah.
Vladdy did not have some good body language on it. Didn't. And by the way,
That's the one Jazz bobbled, and then he started running,
Right.
wasn't it? I know somebody called into Jay's talk on that one. It was crazy.
Portal in the chat writes, Jays are 21-7 when scoring in the first inning. Just scoring in the first inning. That's pretty good.
yeah.
That's
not bad.
But you know what that is? What we've been saying a while here, and what kind of really got them going at times in the postseason last year. And I'm not saying it's a complete negative because it can help you. Front runners.
Right. See, but
Front runners.
I know you brought this up
When this
before.
team's looking at the scoreboard and they're up, good times.
But you brought
Good
this up
times.
before. Are they just relying on last year when they had what was it, 49 come from behind victories, where they think, we can do it later. We'll
That's
get into
that's
it
the
later.
counter argument to that. They came from behind 49 times.
And they just think, that's
Yes.
easy. We can do that.
Correct.
Here's something I wanted to ask you about. Chuck Cheesy, I guess in the chat said this. Last time Jays won a game on Sunday was June 7th. They haven't won. I think Show keeps saying it on baseball, on Blue Jays Talk too. It was early June I think it's 11 Sundays in a row. They haven't won on a Sunday.
And what
That
would
weird?
and what would the average start time be on those Sundays for the most part? Like
I don't know.
137?
I would imagine, yeah.
Probably,
Yeah.
right?
You find anything to that? That is weird though, right? Like they haven't
Well, yeah,
won
there's
a
an easy
Sunday.
thing to pull from that. You want me to say it on air? I'll say it on air. I'll say it on air. Maybe don't go out on the Saturday nights, guys. Maybe, huh? They're not all playing Yahtzee at home on a Saturday night. I got news for everybody. They're young Major League Baseball players. Like, it is what it is. But if the stat is like that's That's why the Raptors on a Sunday afternoon for a while were like a lock to win every time. Because the NBA team that would roll through would just
enjoy Toronto nightlife.
Nothing but chicanery till 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
Like it was a lock. There was a. I don't care what the spread was for the Raptors. Hammer it on the Sunday afternoon. Hammer it. And at least the Raptors were aware enough to know maybe not to do that too. Pick another day. Sundays was their day. It's their time.
So everyone telling us the 488 win percentage when they score in the first or have the lead in the first. What was it?
Okay.
Which isn't great.
It actually tracks with their record, though.
Yeah.
It actually that makes sense.
It matches up.
That's almost exactly it. RMC in the chat. Guys, they're all having pizza pockets at Azzo's place. But that's so, like, is anyone but Show Ali, who I like a lot, he does a great job at The Fan, is he the only one talking about this stat? Are they bringing this up like...
I haven't heard it anywhere else.
I thought I heard Schulman bring this up.
Oh, really?
I thought maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
I know he always does on the Sunday games, which is crazy. 11 weeks in a row.
Hey, guys. Just give it a break on the Saturday. Jesus. You know, like Wednesday is the same as Saturday, right? Like there's no, unless there's a day game on the Thursday or the Wednesday, you can go out the night before.
Saturday games at home start later. They're like, what, 3:30, 3:07 or 3:30?
The Saturday, the Saturdays are 3:07s.
Yeah, so you get a couple more hours sleep.
Sunday home games are 1:37. I swear this isn't that difficult. Like if you're having an issue performing on a Saturday or on a Sunday morning, performing baseball on a Sunday morning, what are you doing the night before? I don't know. I don't know. Someone explain that to me. Okay, Azzo, can we go back to the documentary for a second? Sure.
Last thing, are you mad at Lucas isn't getting? Because you called this last week for Lucas to get more.
No, now I want Nathan Lucas to sit every game.
It's crazy.
Now just like people need to know this about me. Sometimes I get so frustrated with people. I root for their failure because they're so ignorant. Like I want John Schneider to sit Nathan Lucas every game now until he gets fired. Now I'm fine with it.
Because he didn't start Saturday, then they put him in.
Go ahead.
Put him in what? The
Keep
5th?
sitting him. Keep sitting him. The guy played through vertigo this year for you.
I know.
Keep sitting him. Go ahead.
And if it's about matchups, like you let Kirky get away with the matchups when he was hot, and he had a home run in a game he shouldn't have been in the lineup. They didn't even
100%.
want to put him in the lineup. Why not give that try? Like, give Lucas a chance there. Let him hit second. Move Vladdy down to 5th.
No. No.
Because even Saturday they didn't start him. Then they put him on the 5th, and he came up with 2 big hits, including a home run.
Funny how that worked, eh? Guys, Nathan Lucas is an everyday player in Major League Baseball, especially for this team, the Toronto Blue Jays, who at last check have the 28th worst offense in terms of runs and are 29th in Major League Baseball out of 30 teams in on-base percentage. Yeah. And you're going to sit Nathan Lucas for the matchup. Meanwhile, you don't bring in Fluharty for your matchups yesterday against lefties. Got it. And
then bring him in the 5th. Like,
got it. There's a chant in soccer when you're destroying another team. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. Some merciless stuff comes out of English soccer.
We do that every time he hands in the lineup card?
No, well, you should be doing that when all he does is call people by their nickname when he's known them 2 minutes. Mm-hmm. That's when you should do that for John Schneider. Skull Leader in the chat. More like Knob Schneider.
Holy shit.
It's mean.
Michael, what is this?
Just need to hear his
It's Knob Schneider.
Yeah.
All right, again, the Jays, 4 games under 500, 30 games left in the year. We're now in the back stretch. Day off today. Jays, word of advice, don't go out tonight. Focus on tomorrow's game. Just throwing it out there.
30 games left, right?
Throwing it out there. Exactly 30 games left. The Jays have an 18.3% chance, according to Fangraphs, of making the postseason. Guys, I got news for you. That's not good. That's not good.
Is it going to hurt more if they miss by like 1 game, half a game, or one game?
I want to set
or
this,
lose a tiebreaker?
I want to set this table with you. Nathan Lucas continues not to start. Vladdy stays in the 2-hole. Vladdy, I want to be generous with Vladdy and say he finishes with 13 home runs this year, which is still a disaster, but a pretty good finish. If he gets 5 home runs in this final month in a week, I think Jays fans would take it.
Oh, of course.
So let's say Vladdy finishes with 13 home runs, staying in the 2-hole. You don't start Nathan Lucas every game. You play him, but you don't start him. Meanwhile, Jesus Sanchez probably goes out there for another 3 starts in left field. Guaranteed. and they miss by 2 games. Or even a game. It's the the Marcus Semien year. It's like a game, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think people need to lose their job for that. In an American league this pathetic. I'm not backing off that.
It's true.
John Schneider is not fit to be in the dugout if he can't make the playoffs in this environment. This is a gift from the baseball gods. This is a joke of an American league. You should not be in this race. You are in this race. Take advantage of it. And by the way, do you know how many above 500 teams you play the rest of the season? None as of right now.
Yep.
None. 30 games left. The Jays have 0 above 500 teams on their schedule. 0. None. It's less than 1. You have to make the playoffs now. You have the 5th highest payroll in baseball. You have to make the playoffs right now. I mean, I don't care about Cody Ponce, and I don't care about Jose Barrios. You still pay other guys. If Cleveland, with the lowest payroll in baseball, beats you out, clean house, managerial-wise. Ross, for some reason, isn't going anywhere. Pathetic the job he's done. Pathetic. There's no depth anywhere in the organization. Pathetic. You and I can sign free agents. How's the organization? Figure that out. They have no offense in Cleveland. They pay one guy in Ramirez. That's it. That's it. Do not lose to those guys. The Twins are bad. The Twins sold.
And they have Hoffman. He blew another one.
Did he blow another one?
He did.
When was this? I missed this.
Did he? I thought it was on the week. No.
It's amazing how quickly you don't care about Jeff
I
Hoffman.
know. And did you see Varsho got a GM fired for trading?
I'm going to get to that in a second.
No, but you're right. It's like if you believe in the talent on this team that much, like they have to show it in the next month.
It's non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. This is a joke of an American league. This is a joke. You are a top spending team in baseball. You are top 5. Get your head out of your ass and play baseball. Mm-hmm. And stop making excuses on everything. And run out a ground ball to first.
And leave the hot bats in the lineup.
For those who didn't pick up on that, Azzo said leave the hot bats in the lineup. And I agree with him. But you have to be like intelligent to do that.
Sammy C on the chat says, Sid, you don't really think that Schneider really makes up the lineup, do you? Like, at some point he has to.
I do. See, this John Schneider doesn't do anything to me. Like
or he just listens to
like he's just a cashier at the teller. Nah, I don't believe that. And on top of that, he's supposed to be the guy who knows Vladdy the most.
Right.
Because that's how he sold it when he shivved Charlie Montoya on the back. I remember how that happened. Mm-hmm. So he's not the Vladdy whisperer? He's not the Vladdy whisperer. We need someone like Odysseus to Trojan horse their way into the Jays clubhouse and figure out who's communicating with Vladdy and how. That's it. That's all I want to know. The notion that John Schneider, if managers don't do anything in this town, why did Gibby and Montoya get fired? Actually, Gibby I could figure out because he wasn't doing exactly what Shapiro and Atkins wanted to do. That one I could figure out. Then why did Montoya get fired? Because he pissed off Bo? Because there was too much of a party with Teoscar and Vladdy going on in the corner? Exactly. Is that why he got fired? I don't know. Seemed like he was doing stuff that the GM wanted and the president wanted.
Mm-hmm. If the GM doesn't want those guys on the team, then do something about it.
Montoya was the placeholder.
Yeah.
He got fired. So why fire him?
And eventually you get tired of losing. And if it's not the lineup, then it's the way you manage the bullpen. So these guys are just managing everything for this.
Correct. Jeremy Burke in the chat. Hire Babcock. Chris Blueshirt's in the chat. Bring in Joey Votto. I'm very lukewarm on the Joey Votto has the answers to everything conversation.
When he wants to.
Yeah. I just think he's a good communicator and he's a smart guy. He's a former MVP. But I wouldn't do that. What the hell's Edwin doing for anyone?
Yeah.
I thought Edwin's going to help out. Like, what is that about?
He does. A couple weeks this season.
He's about as effective as Jurgen Klinsmann in this town for TFC.
Oh, damn.
As a coach. Are you kidding me?
Damn.
Get out of here. Christopher Bird in the chat. Votto allegedly spent all his money looking for a gig. Nope, I don't know that.
But did you see that Vladdy at bat? I wanted to bring this up too against Rodon, where it was 2-0, and then he swung at 2 pitches outside the zone. He would have walked on 4 straight. It's like he doesn't even want to take a walk.
No, it's true.
And then he grounded. He had a weak ground ball, I believe, to first or whatever.
But he's so in his own head right now.
Yeah.
He knows even if he gets on base, he's getting mocked.
Right.
If it's not an extra base hit, he's going to get mocked.
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
That's a dangerous place to be as a team.
He seems so lost.
As a team, that is very dangerous. Because you know what, Vladdy? Maybe a walk can help you in this moment.
And especially when Kirky's sitting behind you and he's the hot bat in the lineup.
Yeah. Can I be honest with you?
Like, that's the bat that scares me with Vladdy. What are you doing? Take until you see a strike.
Yeah, his headspace is completely different. Jeff in the chat, guys, hire Alex Cora. He costs money. Have you guys been paying attention on who's been managing this team over the last 10 years? Bargain basement stuff, guys.
Joe, hi guys. Contact is a great movie. Just weighing in late on the conflict.
Oh, Contact?
That was
Jodie Foster.
Oh, isn't the Contact?
Dude, no, Contact. Excuse me.
No.
Excuse me.
No.
Contact was they got a signal from space.
Oh, you're right. Jodie Foster and McConaughey. How many space movies has Matthew McConaughey been in?
He's been in a ton.
Jeez.
But McConaughey in that movie played like a really kind of shady professor guy who knew everything but didn't. And they had a thing with Jodie Foster. But like Contact was great. They got a signal from space and they're trying to decipher it. And they couldn't for a while, and then they do, and it's like it's a great existential question in that movie. What do you do?
Whoa, what did you say?
Existential. It's germane to the conversation. What do you do if you figure out aliens are actually trying to contact us?
To communicate? Wow.
And like, do we just open up the portal and have them come in through the front door? Like, what do you do?
Maybe they got some hitting advice for Vladdy?
If they can get Vladdy going,
right.
I welcome aliens to come to Toronto.
Yeah.
If you can do that, you can have we'll give you lots of Toronto. You can take it all.
But to your point, just seeing what you're seeing from this team, how confident are you guys that the Jays are making the postseason? Like their faith is in their hands by far.
I'm increasingly looking at the schedule, looking at the situation that the baseball gods have graced them in.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is now unacceptable for them not to make the playoffs. Now, for an offense this bad, dangerous thing to say. I get it. The pitching has saved you. There's a chance it may continue to save you. By the way, Soriano's thrown 4 times. I've been impressed with one of them, if we're being honest about it. That's fine. Second top prospect gone for him. Good times. Good times. I got to watch Jesus Sanchez in left field. Yeah, they don't need a position player. Nope. They're good. They're good. I think it's unacceptable for this team not to make the playoffs. Playing 0 above 500 teams between now and the end of the regular season. Agree or disagree?
Agreed. I don't know how you can agree with that. Seeing what the expectations were on this team coming into the season and everybody trying to tell us they're a more talented team, they're better this year. I get they've had some injuries, but tell me a team that hasn't. Look what the Yankees have lost this year, and look where they are.
I know. And they're slowly getting back. Listen, Bellinger's back in the lineup.
Back now.
I heard Giancarlo Stanton hurt himself again. Did you hear that?
Of course he did.
The hell's going on
That'd be
there?
news if he didn't, wouldn't it?
My God, he hurt himself opening a bag of chips.
But again, the depth on this in this franchise is a problem. And even if they make the postseason, again, we're going back to a couple years ago when they scored 1 run in 2 wild card games. Like that was the issue for the longest time too.
It was. You're right. Azzo, Chris Betty in the chat. Interesting question. Open this up to everyone, obviously. What happens first? Leafs win a championship, Jays win a championship.
Ooh.
I'd like to know what that salary cap system would look like in Major League Baseball first before answering this. And again, the CBA runs out December 1st of this year. I think it would be the Jays. And this is why I think it would be the Jays. The Leafs are constantly chasing their tail, papering everything.
Well,
The Leafs are under such pressure to compete in terms of the TV contract that Roger signed and the business interest down there. There is no patience to develop anything. Even when the Leafs had a chance to develop something, when they had those kids not signed, the idiots running it still couldn't contain themselves and completely opened up all all the bank accounts, and they still couldn't develop. They do not do things correctly with the Leafs because there is a pressure to get it right now. And to get it right now, in theory, you have to cut corners. They always cut corners with the Leafs. They have done it my entire life. They had a chance when Shanahan got there, and they still screwed that up. They were on the right path. Brendan Shanahan was on the right path. They still screwed it up. Yep. The egos got in the way. Shanahan wasn't strong enough to contain it. Dubas wasn't strong enough to contain it. Dubas isn't strong enough to contain anything.
Right.
And I got news for you. With Chaika, that's not going to change. With Sundin, that's not going to change. No one in that organization with the pressures on the Leafs is going to be graced with the patience to do what's necessary to develop kids. Why has a defenseman not been developed by this organization in my lifetime of substance?
Great question.
That takes time. That's why it hasn't been developed. The Leafs don't give you time because everything's sold out. There are business interests. And now on top of that, you think it's going to go away with an $11 billion Rogers TV contract? No chance. The Leafs cannot be irrelevant during that contract. They can't. The Jays are in slightly different surroundings. Slightly different surroundings. And baseball's the type of world where you can hit on a couple things without having to kind of spend the most money. Like, look, do me a favor. I pulled this up today, Azo. I don't know why I thought I needed it, but I do. I have the team payrolls for the season of Major League Baseball.
Okay.
Cleveland, dead last. They're looking for a playoff spot.
Yeah. They're in the last wild card, aren't they?
They're in. Cleveland's
now.
dead last. The White Sox are going to the playoffs. They're 25th out of 30 teams. Tampa Bay is 23rd out of 30 teams. They got the best record in the American League. Okay. Minnesota Twins are 21st out of 30 teams. They're looking at the playoffs. The Brewers have the best record in baseball. They're bottom half of the league in salary. Bottom half. The Baltimore Orioles are now 17th. They're looking at the playoffs. The Mariners are just a disgrace, though. They're 16th. They got killed again yesterday.
They've been playing a bit better lately.
The Mariners?
Yeah.
Didn't they get their doors blown in by the Cubs yesterday?
Yeah.
Azo, hold on here. Hold on.
They have a bad game, then they bounce back.
But that's true. That's true. Like, it is possible in baseball. The argument that the salary cap's needed to even things out in baseball is like a fallacy. It's not true.
Totally agree.
It's not true. I always see possibilities in baseball, but if you do it properly, and the way the sport is laid out, it does give you a ton of opportunities at multiple minor league levels to try and develop. That's what baseball is. That's the beauty of baseball that few other sports can do. They literally have 5 levels of development. Like, what does hockey have at the most? The AHL at the most.
Okay, but then I'd argue with you if it comes down to Jays versus Leafs. I kind of like more what Chaika's doing lately than what the Jays management team's doing. Jays management has had a decade. They complained about the farm system when they came in. I wouldn't say it's that much better than when they came in. Chaika has gone. He traded for draft picks. What did we make? 10 draft picks, the Leafs? They made 10 draft picks this year. So maybe he wants to start. It seems like he came in making moves and wanting to get out of this funk that they've been in and how they have been chasing themselves for a while. I don't know. If it comes down to the management, I think I'd lean towards the Leafs right now.
GF in the chat. The Leafs have never played a game in June in their history.
That's insane.
As although I'll say this, like, what team's been closer to winning?
I agree. That's where my argument. Like, I would trust the Jays core more. Like, I
just think in baseball there is more of an opportunity to kind of run into it because sometimes you don't know what you have underneath the surface in terms of minor league players and prospects. You just don't know. Treyu Savage? Who the hell knew about Treyu Savage 18 months ago?
Or Varland?
Like I just think there's more of that opportunity in baseball is what I'm trying to say.
For sure.
The Ernie Clements don't happen in the NHL. They sure as hell don't happen with the Leafs unless you're a buddy of Austin Matthews. You're not playing on his line. Like, baseball's just different. The Leafs, with their pressure, will paper over every issue. They never get ahead of the game, ever. They'd rather spend 8 years on Chris Tanev than develop their own defenseman because of the pressure. Maybe I'm wrong. Kenneth in the chat. Definitely the Jays. Raptors first. Well, they're going to get Kawhi, so yeah, maybe the Raptors. Dan in the chat. Where's you Savage now? Well, he's hurt. He hurt his left knee. That's what happened to you Savage.
But they're rushing him back. Don't worry.
Oh, they'll rush him back. Sean in the Yukon. It does happen in the NHL, just never with the Leafs. It's actually a pretty good point.
Bobby McMahon was a great story.
Oh, yeah. Stop the city cold. They're going to
What?
Sports next documentary, The Bobby McMahon
Bobby
Way.
McMahon got paid.
The Bobby McMahon Way,
Let's
the
go.
7-part doc is coming your way, voiced by Stephen Brunt. It's coming your way. I just think, I think it's the Jays, but I could be wrong. Can we go back to that documentary, Ezra?
Yeah.
Speaking of, boy, there were a couple things that hit in this that I was like, whoa.
Some familiar voices too.
I don't know what you're talking about. So there was that moment after the Jose Barrios wild card game incident in Minnesota, of all places, his former team, where he's pulled like in the third, fourth. What was it?
I think it was after third.
Third?
Yeah.
Jake Braun in the chat. 1 hour has passed. Thanks, guys. I love clock updates from the chat. I do appreciate it. It keeps us on our toes. We may ignore it, but thank you. So there's this moment after the Minnesota loss where the entire fan base is pissed. And you had the feeling, the Whit Merrifields of the world weren't happy about it. There was a lot of people on the Jays at the time that weren't happy about that early pull of Barrios. And we're like, well, this is probably going to spill a little bit into 2024. Guess what? It did. And there was a part of this documentary last night where, it's a complete confession as to what the problem was with the Jays. And guess what? It was the problem we knew existed the entire time. There were too many cooks in the kitchen. The analytics team had taken over and people were pissed. The voices you hear in this clip we're going to run from the Blue Jays Way on Sportsnet last night starts with Ross Atkins. Then I believe Chris Bassett jumps in. Pete Walker is in there. Ben Nicholson-Smith makes a really good cameo in this. I don't usually like running clips with a lot of voices for the listening audience because then you get a little lost, but that's kind of what's going on here. First voice you hear is Ross Atkins. Last voice you hear is Ross Atkins. Everything you thought about that version of the Jays, that may still be going on. It was true. Again, this is about the 2024 last place season. Listen to this.
We let the negativity around our early exits in the playoffs bleed into our offseason and bleed into our season.
24 spiraled pretty bad on us. It was just like a failure on a million different fronts. Not to make this not PG-13, but there was way too much bitching behind the scenes.
There was some bickering and there was some distractions that were affecting the group.
The tension we had amongst our players and staff and front office wasn't created by Jose Barrios coming out of the playoff game. That just ended up being the entry point for dialogue around tension that was prevalent.
Some of the players were frustrated by how many coaches were in the dugout, how involved the coaching staff was. It felt too top down from the standpoint of some of the players.
It wasn't the talent level, it wasn't necessarily player chemistry, it was the environment that I had negatively impacted.
Boom. Damn.
Dude. That's a thing.
And he's bang on.
Small victory Schneider in the chat. Nice pick of Ross. For the listening audience, Ross showed up to this documentary shoot wearing a hoodie.
He's got to go to Ed's.
Ed's Fine Imports would have taken care of him.
Yeah, hell yeah. Make him look good for that doc.
But you know what? People make fun of Peyton and Eli Manning for the 3/4 zip. Nothing wrong with a 3/4 zip.
They're in, right?
With a sport jacket.
That's funny.
Not a sport jacket. It's a good look. I want to try that for a documentary shoot next time, but
Why not?
maybe that's just me.
Some team gear, too.
Anyway, back to the point. It was chaos, it sounded like. As it was chaos. By the way, the guy who got murdered the most in the documentary last night, when people mentioned pissing and moaning in the clubhouse, you know they showed first? Guess who they showed first? Bo. And they did it constantly throughout the doc. Anytime someone mentioned in this era complaining, Bo got shown first.
But that's crazy. You need some of that.
Anyway. Dan in the chat. Ross channeling his inner Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
It's true.
Now, the sleeves were fully on, weren't they?
But it's everything. But this. Here's my problem. People fought this at the time, right, Azo?
Oh, of course.
That's what bothers me about that clip. I applaud Sportsnet for running that. That's real stuff. But what the hell in the moment was the pushback on that when clearly that was going on? You pulled Barrios Like after he threw 15 pitches in a playoff game. Of course that's going on. The analytics team took over.
I have a bigger problem with that.
Shoot.
Because you let that continue. It's what cost you the World Series last year.
Wow.
What do you mean? If you learned that was your mistake between 23 and 24, how did it happen in the World Series again?
There's the
where
rub.
you kept going to the numbers instead of just trusting the talent and relying on knowing baseball.
Yep. There's the rub. Well, because heaven forbid they're going to use Eric Lauer. Couldn't use a lefty who bailed you out throughout most of the year. Nope, couldn't do that. Chris in the chat. Barrios was dealing that game. Yeah, he was. So I just like that revelation finally was refreshing and frustrating at the same time.
Both, yeah.
And I'm glad they went there. And I'm glad they showed the clip of Ross throwing Schneider under the bus in that press conference. That I believe it was Canadian Thanksgiving 2024. Do you remember that?
I do.
It's a Saturday morning they scheduled that. Cowards. Saturday morning. Might have been a Sunday morning. No, Saturday morning.
Yeah, I believe
It was a holiday weekend in Canada. They're like press conference, like 8 a.m. on a Saturday. Rogers Center. See you all there. Get out of here.
And then again, some people in the chat bringing up they didn't have any offense in that series either.
No,
they
they
scored
didn't.
1 run in 2 games.
Valid. But the Barrios thing stunk.
It did. No, and that's when you realize, yeah, these guys are relying on matchups and numbers.
You know what?
The analytics,
Maybe there
so
wasn't any offense at the end of that game because the guys in the lineup knew there were idiots in the dugout they didn't believe in. Do you know how demoralizing that is?
Without a doubt. And for it to be like carries over to the next year, like what are we doing here? You trust me to play? Like, do you know my talent?
If it wasn't demoralizing, it wouldn't have carried over. Guess what? It did. You just told me it carried over. You literally just told me with a microphone it carried over. Yeah, that one, Azzo, I'm not going to lie. That one got me going.
Are we going to hold off till the next clip to say, is that what happened again this year?
Well, let me read one thing and then we're going to get to it. Steve Parlay in the chat. Hey, Sid, be nice to analytics. He's just a boy.
It's actually a pretty good comment.
I think Steve's chimed in a couple times with that. It makes me laugh every time.
It is pretty good.
So the part of yesterday that really got me going in terms of interest, don't get me wrong, was extremely well done, Doc. Very well done. Was a section with 2 guys who are no longer here. And, you know, they say there's truth in wine, the Latin saying. I don't have it in front of me. There's also sometimes truth in leaving. And Kevin Gausman and Chris Bassett. Chris Bassett sat down and did this. I think these interviews started in like February of this year. Bassett was a willing participant about this long after I believe he signed with Baltimore, around the same time. It's like he wanted to get back in front of a camera and talk about this, which I found interesting.
He also signed late. Maybe he still thought he had a chance of coming back. Never did.
He might have. I don't know exactly when the interviews were shot with Bassett, but there were Jay's logos all over the place. But if you'll remember in the interview that Kevin Gausman did with Mike Wilner about 10 days before he was traded or something like that, he mentioned one of the guys, you know, he said, we don't love each other the way we used to. And he said that maybe Chris Bassett was a guy we missed more than we thought we'd miss. And I always thought that quote from Gausman was interesting in that, like, you can assume what he means by that, but unless you're in the room, you don't really know. Well, guess what happened during yesterday's documentary clip that ran? We now know. We got a window into kind of how the clubhouse with Bassett in it was run. Now, I'll tell you my history covering baseball a little bit a long time ago. You walk into a clubhouse before the game, you have access. Some guys are there, some guys aren't. Usually the manager will talk. No cameras, normally, unless there's a big story going on. There's no cameras. It's a very loose thing. And you can maybe grab a player or two. But you also see everyone lounging around. Some guys playing video games, some guys just on their, just talking to each other. And when I covered the team, it was less about like the smartphone. Like I was around the team with like Delgado and Halladay, and that's when I was there. You walk into that clubhouse, and it is sectioned off, man. Latin players over there, African-American players over here, white players over here. It was like, that was it. Extremely regional in the clubhouse.
Clicky.
Very clicky. And I understand it. And the Jays weren't the only clubhouse where that was happening. Occasionally, like a Jose Cruz Jr. would have issue with the union and say, "We all got to talk about something. You guys got to hear this story." But like, that's how clubhouses kind of operate, and not it's uniform around baseball. In terms of how the Jays kind of developed a good locker room feel last year, like we heard yesterday how it might have happened, and it seems simplistic, but it does make sense. First voice you're going to hear is Kevin Gausman. Second voice is Chris Bassett about a change that happened inside the Jays clubhouse that brought people together.
Chris Bassett, like all the credit in the world, because that was his idea. Let's break up the clubhouse.
Outfielders were together, infielders were together.
The starters were like 5 in a row, and then the relievers were in a row.
You were with the same group every single day, all day.
Like, we don't need to sit next to each other. Like, I'm going to sit next to you in the dugout. Every 4 out of 5 days, I'm right next to you.
Just mix everybody. Once we kind of did that, honestly, as crazy as it is, like the complaining went to like 0.
So just mixing up the room maybe led to last year.
Well, and Schneider always said that. He always said the 26 against 1. That's what they needed to win, where it was all of them against the other team. Everybody pass the baton and do it. There were all those quotes coming from the clubhouse.
Like, it doesn't seem overly complicated. Because like it's true what they say again, like if you're in the bullpen, you kind of talk with the same 7-8 people every day. If you're a starting pitcher, same deal. Like that's how it works. And it's not a crazy thing, but like the other thing I did notice about yesterday when they were talking about clubhouse vibes and whatnot, you know who I didn't hear from? Springer, Vladdy, or Schneider. Did you notice that?
That is bizarre.
They ran a clip of the vibe. How many times do you hear about vibes? They ran a clip about vibes in that documentary yesterday where they talked to everybody. And it were 2 guys who were gone that were talking about the vibes. I found that strange.
I think it is.
Like, am I overthinking this? Like,
no,
are you?
Of course not.
Because we can all assess the current situation. Kevin Gausman told us before the deadline, vibes this year, not good.
Yeah. Not like it was
not
last
good.
year.
No. And I don't mean to pick on the guy. I don't think Bo was like the catalyst for vibes.
No, but he wouldn't put up with BS either.
No, but there's a negative to that too.
Yeah, I agree.
There's a negative to that too. It got Charlie Montoyo fired. There's a negative to that too.
It's also why he didn't get a contract, probably.
Yes.
But it is funny when you're like that and you're only sticking to your group. Like if the bullpen guys are together and the starters are just together, what are the bullpen guys going to do? They're going to start complaining. Hey, why don't the starters go later? We're tired. Why are we always carrying this? Like you start talking.
Oh, you do.
Right?
The complaining continues
and
after
the
game.
offense talking about the pitchers and the pitchers talking about the offense.
Guys, I got news for you. At times in my career, we had some complaining circles.
Right.
I'm not going to say where.
And the more you're
in
them,
when. And the more you're in them, you can't get out of them.
You just get but you complain more.
It's like you're Odysseus trying to get home. It's just one constant.
Oh my God! Is there going to be Odyssey references all week?
I saw the movie. It's decent. It's one pissing session after another, and then it gets worse and worse and worse to the point where you have enough of them. Listen, a lot of you know exactly what I'm talking about. At work, at school, whatever. You have so many complaint sessions with your crew. If you have like 9 in a row and you see the person in the hall, they go from like slightly annoying to that's Satan. And really, it's not like that bad. But you've had so many complaint sessions about this situation /person /both, you don't separate them. I've been there. You've been there. I know you've been there. Mario in the chat, tell everyone to stop acting like grade schoolers at a Halloween dance.
No, but then it can consume you, right? And then it makes it
That's
hard
the
to do your job.
Especially when things aren't going well.
Right. Yep.
Like that feeling plus we're 7 games below 500. And Vladdy, nothing bad. Vladdy never gets hit down the lineup, but Ernie Clement's all over the place. Ernie Clement had a postseason record for hits, but he's the one that's bouncing around? Okay, sure.
But that was the thing. When Gausman's comments came out on the Wilner podcast, everybody's like, of course the mood's bad in there because they keep losing. Or could they be losing because the mood is bad?
And I understand
It's a vicious cycle, right?
Can control life in the chat, but people do complain, though. It's true. I'm not saying don't complain. But like the point that Bassett and Gosman just made is like the complaining can't be 24/7 when you get in the clubhouse.
And the more you're in those groups, the
It
more
can't
you're
be.
going to complain.
It just
That's
can't
the
be.
thing. If you're around the other people more, you're not going to complain about them as much.
Jeff in the chat. Hey, Azzo, great time of year to burn a lip on some pizza.
Oh, it does happen.
Since we're here, we're not done with baseball, by the way, but since we're here, hey, Azzo.
Yeah?
Great time of year.
Tell me why, my friend.
Puck drops, tip-offs, first pitches. When the game is on, you call the shots. Head to betway.ca and bet your way. Must be 18 plus. Play responsibly. Hey, Azzo.
Yeah.
You like this shirt?
I like both of them. Are they both from Eds?
Yes. Clothing for today's show provided by Ed's Fine Imports. Markham, Ontario's #1 clothing store for the last 20 years. Formal, casual, they got you covered. Brands like Cycle Bunny, Blue Industry, Page Jeans, Novus, Gitch, Bugatti, Paul Patenley, 7 Downey Street, Tommy Bahama, and so much more. Ed's Fine Imports, just north of McCowan in the 407. Go in person or go to edsfineimports.com online. Tell them Sid sent you and get 15% off your first purchase. Tell them Azzo sent you
A scolding piece of pizza.
and he'll scold your lip. Yusuf in the chat. Looking awesome, Sid. Thank you. Appreciate it. By the way, there's 2 scheduling things that happened with the Jays in the last week. One of them we haven't talked about at all. The other just happened. But one of them's like kind of a whoa moment that no one's talking about. So was it Bob Nightingale who reported it? Did you guys know the All-Star Game's coming to Toronto in 2029? You probably don't know because guess what? No one cared about it. It was a report that came out from Bob Nightingale that the Jays are in line to get the 2029 All-Star Game. No one in this market cared. Now, one day, if the Jays make like a formal announcement on this, I think the feeling might be a little different. But are you shocked at the lack of response in this town on that?
Kinda. Yeah, it kind of totally went under the radar.
Very under the radar.
Because people have been crying for it or wanting it for so long.
Michael in the chat. Guys, allegedly.
Well, they won't announce it before like that year's All-Star Game.
Well, they can't announce anything before the CBA is hammered out.
That's true too. No, but usually at the current All-Star Game, they'll announce where the next one is. Or 2 years from now, whatever.
Oh my God, Skull Leader in the chat. Guys, Vlad wouldn't make that All-Star Game. Oh, wow. If Toronto hosts the 2029 All-Star Game, is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in the lineup?
Wow.
Not starting. I'm just saying, like,
Is he an All-Star?
on the
He'll
roster.
get voted by the country, maybe. I think.
Hopefully. He better. He better. If Vladdy can't get voted into his own All-Star Game, things have gone horribly wrong in this market. Horribly wrong in this market. The other thing last night, so does anyone, I don't know how many of you pay attention to the Little League Classic that's been going on for like 10 years in Major League Baseball. It's happening in Williamsport, Pennsylvania now. And for the last 10 years, baseball's put like a proper MLB game in the middle of that tournament and had a bunch of kids come out just to watch MLB players. There's like a minor league park in the area, so they play it there. Last night, I think, what was it, Brewers and Atlanta? They played last night. And the access they give the kids is unbelievable. Like, it truly is a crazy idea. I almost like it better than the Field of Dreams game. The Field of Dreams game, which got no ratings on Netflix this year, apparently. None. I like this game better because it's everyone, most players have played Little League.
Right. There's a fun hill.
There is a fun hill. Who doesn't like a fun hill?
See some guys get hurt.
Yeah. Well, it's their choice if they're going to the fun hill. Skull Leader in the chat. Vlad wouldn't make that game either. So it was announced. Rob Manfred announced yesterday next year's Little League Classic is going to happen Thursday, August the 19th. Cubs against the Toronto Blue Jays. 2 things. Actually, 3 things. 1, don't know if there's going to be a next season. 2, that's a Thursday night. Normally, this is like a Sunday night game, which I find interesting.
Yeah.
They're doing this on a Thursday night. The other thing I was curious about, I'm like, so whose home game is that?
An interesting question.
It's in the release. Guess whose home game that is? Guess what home crowd got a home game taken away for the Little League Classic between the Jays and the Cubs?
Since you're asking, I'm going to say Toronto.
Correct. The Toronto Blue Jays.
I can't take one out of Wrigley.
now we'll play 80 home games next year, if there are home games to play next year, instead of 81 because of the Little League Classic. With all due respect to the Little League Classic, I don't care. I'd rather that home crowd, a really good home crowd in Major League Baseball, I don't know if people notice, a really good home crowd, who haven't booed Vladdy that much at all, despite what anyone will tell you. Mm-hmm. The Jays are going to lose a home game for this? Really? How do we feel about that? How do we feel about that?
I don't know. I think it's better for him to be in that spotlight, isn't it?
Now, I know some of you are saying, but what about the children? Yes, for the kids in Little League, it's amazing.
Vladdy's great with the kids.
I don't care. Do you think the Jays fans are in any mood to give up a home game against the Cubs? The Cubs, man.
Yeah, they got Wrigley, the history, the grass that Gosman talked about.
We got history.
Out of there.
We've won. The Jays, I don't want to say we. The Jays have won more World Series titles in the last 100 years than the Cubs. I got news for you. Jays have more. Cubs have been a disgrace for 100 years. But everyone loves Harry Carey and singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game, so it's good. But the Jays are the ones that give up a home game for this. Seriously?
Cubs are in a wild card. They're making the playoffs.
Cubs have maybe the MVP of the National League.
There you go.
PCA.
Yeah, see, taking that away from their home crowd? Come on.
Paul in the chat. Good idea from Paul. Take it away from the A's. They get like 11,000 a game. They don't have a home. Who cares if the A's play a game at Williamsport?
That's fair, but nobody wants to see the A's, I'm saying. Nobody wants to see them. People want to see
the kids
Jays.
aren't that bright. They don't care who's there.
Yeah, they do.
Nick Kurtz will show up if he's healthy. They love him. I don't like this, man.
Oh, my goodness. One game. They're only 500 at home anyway.
It's one home game. It's one home game away from a Toronto crowd, though.
Maybe Vladdy can hit a home run in this park.
Oh! Boom face.
Oh, man.
1,000%.
What if they go to
boom
this
face.
game and he hasn't hit a home run at home yet?
Mike in the chat. You ever run the bases? That's fun. It is fun. Small Victory Schneider in the chat. Calm down, Sid. Remember, no deodorant for you today. It's true. I'm cranky. And you know what the best part of the story is for me? How many people who think the game is automatically on TSN? Because the Little League World Series is on TSN.
Yeah.
So everyone's like, oh, the Jays are back on TSN. I don't think that's how that would work. I'm pretty sure that's not how that would work. But Dan Shulman would be back on TSN. That'd be great if that happened. I don't like this. I am not in favor of taking games away from Rogers Center crowds. I'm not. It's ridiculous.
It's an opportunity for him, be in the national spotlight. Give it to him. It might be in last again. Who cares?
With Schneider managing, they will be.
Yeah, is Schneider their manager?
August
19th.
I can't wait for John Schneider to show up to Williamsport and know everyone by nicknames within 3 seconds, having known no one for his entire life. Look, there's Chixie over there.
There's Big Al.
There's Big Al.
Remember Big Al?
I hit dingers. I'm Big Al.
Maybe you can give some tips to Vlad.
And I hit dingers.
Yeah.
Do you think Big Al at the bar when he's older is like, hi, I'm Big Al.
I still hit
I still hit dingers.
Get around all the bases.
And then someone's like, security. He's talking about hitting dingers.
Definitely.
I don't want to talk to this guy. Shady McGuire, by this game, Atkins is the manager. Don't worry about it. Oh, man. All right. So that's happening next year if there's baseball. The Jays on Thursday, August the 19th, 2027.
What if it's a shorter season and then you don't even get like 80,
they'll
80 games?
They'll wipe this game out. Yeah. It'll be okay, so that's my question to you. How many games do you think the Jays will play next year? Regular season. How many games?
How can you answer that? Just depends how they deep in, how deep they dig into this CBA stuff.
Okay, so how deep do you think they're going to dig in?
I say 60. No, that's got to be more. 100? Not even.
Hold on. We got Tiff in the chat, 0 games. Viper in the chat, 0 games. Chris in the chat, 75.
Got to be close to 100.
Another Chris in the chat, 81. Sean in the Yukon wins, 7 games.
That's a 7 game.
The schedule is 7 games.
12. Jays would have a chance, maybe.
7-game season in the regular season. Dude, what a sprint to the postseason that would be. I'm all over that. I'm guessing 81 games next season.
How can you guess that? Really, half a season. So exactly
because everyone acts tough for half a season.
It has to be an even
and then
number.
Everyone realizes, oh no,
we're all losing money.
We need each other.
Yeah.
And then you fix it. That's how it normally goes.
It would have to be an even number, wouldn't it?
Okay, fine. 82 games.
There you go.
Why are you such a stickler for that?
I'm just saying, because if you well, you're
unbelievable.
You're crying about them losing a home game, so you're going to take a home game away from.
Can I be honest with you?
81 games.
That's why your lip looks like that. You're a stickler.
I'm just saying. You just complained about a team losing a home game, so you have to make it an even number, so everyone's fair.
Why do you have to be wrong all the time? I say 81. And you're saying
I say around 100. I'd say like 90.
it could be 100. Maybe both sides cave way earlier.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for 100. I'll take 100. Can control life for the first time in this chat's history. Quote, I'm with Azo. No one's ever said that in the chat before. No one. I still like Sean from the UConn 7-game regular season. I'm rooting for that. That's a hell of a suggestion. Yes.
Why didn't you just make it a tournament then?
Single elimination. Like the NHL
7-game
bubble.
series all the way.
Just pair off everyone in
Team.
the
Everybody's
just
in
draw lottery balls.
Yes.
It's Hunger Games. You're just
like
drawing balls.
The March Madness, but in baseball, make it a season.
I like that.
5-game series, maybe 7-game series.
Man.
That'd make it fun for at least the 1 year if you're going to lose games.
Steve in the chat, did you guys see the news on the 49ers owner? Yeah, we saw it.
Boy.
I'm going to make it a sexy time. Allegedly.
I wonder what his lip
Actually,
looked
he pled no contest.
Yeah.
Look it up.
See what his lip looks like. Anyways, let's go. What's next?
My God. The color of his lip is Brock Purdy. Can't control life in the chat. What happened? Look it up, guys. I'm not going there. One last thing. We went 90 minutes on baseball.
It's like they're in a race or something.
Do you know the GM who acquired Dalton Varsho from the Jays on the August 3rd deadline? I can tell you. His name is Dana Brown of the Houston Astros. Dana Brown acquired Dalton Varsho. Do you know in 18 games what Dalton Varsho is hitting with the Houston Astros? Let me tell you, 169. I'm not making that up. Funny part is he has 2 home runs, so he's almost caught up with Vlad. But Dalton Varsho, defensively he's been fine, but like offensively, Houston have lost 5 of their last 6 series, Dalton Varsho is hitting 169 since the Houston Astros acquired him from the Jays. Guess what happened today? Dana Brown, the guy who acquired Dalton Varsho from the Jays, got fired by Houston. He is no longer their GM. Now, there were many issues with Dana Brown. 1, his contract was coming up. 2, nobody liked the job he was doing. 3, they needed a starting pitcher at the deadline. He didn't get one. In fact, he traded Spencer Arrighetti, who looked so good for the Jays on Friday night.
It's okay.
He still has Morton's disease on the foot.
He's still pitching with some. Give him a chance.
Yeah, let's rush Spencer Arrighetti back, guys. That's a good idea. And they needed relief help as well, and they didn't get it at the deadline either. So, like Dana Brown, basically, if you're looking at a good GM, how do I phrase this? He wasn't one. But Houston's tied with Texas for first in their crappy division right now.
Under 500.
Like right now, Houston hold the tiebreaker. They are one of the top 3 seeds. They're a wild card team. They would have to play the 3rd wild card team. So Houston could play the Jays if they get in. But anyway, the GM that acquired Dalton Varsho at the deadline got fired today. Dalton Varsho is a witch who will end your career. Nice guy, but he will end your career. He cost the Jays the World Series. God bless any other excuse you have. That guy's World Series after the first game was a disaster. A disaster. And this year, disaster. Disaster. They are a significantly better hitting team without him. They're still struggling, but significantly better. He goes to Houston. He doesn't hit anything. And the guy who picked him up got fired. The only thing that has to happen is Dalton is going to just close his eyes and run into another wall in the center field, and then he'll be gone for 3 weeks.
That might help.
Dalton Varsho is radioactive. This might be his last major league team. I'm being very serious with you.
Who gives him a contract?
Somebody will give him a contract, but there's different types of contracts.
But there was money made. There was money there to be made by him, and I can't believe in a contract year he looked that bad.
I can't believe how bad a player Dalton Varsho has become. Horrific. Best thing. I'm not a Ross Atkins guy. Best thing he could have done. I can't believe he got anything for Dalton Varsho. Anything.
Should have given him some credit for sending Jesus Sanchez over here, though. No.
Oh, he did that. Hey, Dana Brown, go to hell. Okay. Another reason not to like Dana Brown.
He traded and then brought back Joey Loperfido, and now, here's
God.
Jesus Sanchez. Thanks for that, Dana.
Thanks, Dana.
Thanks, Dana.
Okay, let's go to hockey. Breaking news. Tweet from the Maple Leafs before we came up on air.
Oh, boy.
This is a quote. Oh, we are so back. Regular season tickets on sale now. Secure your seats before they're gone.
Was the tweet in that voice?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so, too.
So now, before the show, Azzo said to me, have you seen the comments? And I'm like, no, I haven't seen the comments. I'm going to go down. I'm literally going to go through the first 4, 5, or 6. I'm not cherry picking. I'm going to read you the first 5 or 6. This is a guy named Mike. And he says the following. Was looking into tickets as an early birthday gift. Standing room tickets are going for what? And he posts the pic. Standing room tickets going for $225 each. Regular season, obviously.
Damn.
Standing room.
You get to skate a flag out or something with that?
You know what your seat is? Your legs.
Oh, my God.
So that was one tweet. This is going well. Guy named Chico. $200 tickets for a Monday night game against the Sharks. You guys are honest to God on crack. Now, it's Macklin Celebrini. And Darnell Nurse. I don't know. That's a Celebrini game on a Monday night. It's not like the usual Sharks game where it's like, hey, Pat Falloon's here. It's different. Guy named Hardy. Over $100 face value for standing room only for a Tuesday game in October against the Preds. That even the team barely shows up for. What are we even doing here?
Oh, my.
Zach writes the following. Cheapest. These are the first several comments.
Yeah, I have a few different.
Hold on.
Ones.
Okay, I'll give you two more and you give me yours. Zach in the chat. Cheapest Leaf ticket this year is $145 on a Monday against Winnipeg. Wow. And Ivan writes, I paid for 2 Noah Khan concert tickets with one of these ticket prices.
Whoa, wow.
And he had like a series of section 311, 307, 319 ticket prices.
Damn.
I don't even know Noah Khan that well.
Yeah,
I know he's
no
super
kidding.
popular. But like, so what are the ones? So sorry, the gist of this is not going well online. Now, to be fair to the Leafs, Twitter, guess what? Lots of people complain on Twitter. How many people go on Twitter going, guys, just to let you know, everything's great right now. Everything's fine.
Oh, we can tell you that.
We'll talk later. Like, people don't do that on Twitter. I understand that. The Leafs understand that. The Leafs are fine with it. But I was kind of taken aback at some of this. What do you have?
So
what do you have?
First one I'm seeing is from Danu. Before they're gone, they won't be gone at these prices. I don't understand why filling the arena doesn't seem to matter anymore. Neither fans nor Bay Street will be paying $250 plus for last row standing room for a regular season game. M in the chat after, or in comments after. Imagine what the ticket prices are going to be if they get out of the second round. Nostradamus, it's okay. The true fans will be watching at home. Heart
Wow.
City.
Wow.
Pay mortgage or one Leaf ticket. Etal. Ticket prices are absurd, almost as if they won a Stanley Cup in the last 65 years.
Can't control life in the chat. The gap is getting bigger. Look, I want to say one thing here, because it is fascinating to me, the reaction. Like, yeah, they're probably expensive tickets. I grant all of you that. I grant all of you that. Here's where I need everyone to slow their roll on the Leafs. Okay? Because I've lived here my whole life. Unless that building starts to get empty, everyone needs to shut up. Because there are a lot of folks who do nothing but complain and then hand over the credit card. If that's you, stay off social media. I don't want to hear it. Change is affected by change. If all you do is complain about ticket prices but still hand over the credit card, what the hell is wrong with you? Ever sat in front of an HD television? It's not bad. And by the way, based on what Rogers just paid for their rights, they don't mind that either. I got news for you. At all, actually. If you look at these prices and walk away, then I have a different level of respect. Good for you. You've made your choice. It's either in your budget or it isn't. This city has kept this going my entire lifetime, don't start complaining about it until you want to do something about it. Because there's a market here that will look the other way on all this and not complain at all. And then Rodgers and Pelly can do whatever they want. Supply and demand. But I'm talking to the fans, like up in the 300 who maybe can't afford it but do it anyway. You got to ask yourself a real question. What are you doing here? Are you really looking at this from a budgetary aspect, saying to yourself, how much do I want to see Jack Roslovic? That's up to you, man. That's a you decision. That's a you decision. But for those pissing and moaning online and paying anyway, shut up. Because you're the problem. MLSC's just doing what the market dictates. I'm not saying these aren't expensive tickets. They are. But if you really have a problem with it, guess what? You don't have to buy. I've never understood that. How dare they make me buy? They're not. You're making that decision. You are making that decision based on 0 Stanley Cups in your lifetime. I wanted to get that off my chest. I find it very odd how people are like, you're forcing me to pay this to watch Darren Radish. You're forcing me to pay this to watch William Nylander, who told me and my family to go F myself on a broadcast last season. Because I need to see him not hit. Guys, you got to make a call here. Either don't pay or pay. Paying and complaining online, ridiculous. You got to stop. And I think some people are walking away. Yes, I respect that. Make your call. Don't do both. Don't complain and pay, because that's stupidity. Guys, I hate to break it to you. That's stupidity. They are expensive, Azzo.
They are.
I'll say that.
There's a lot of
They're expensive. The Noah Khan note got me, because Noah Khan's like one of the hottest acts in the world right now.
How about this one from Marquez Roman? Cool, let me go sell my kidney. Hey, Keith Pelly, you think I can sit in the nosebleeds for my kidney?
Well, then don't sit in the nosebleeds.
I know. Well, somebody who
just shut the hell up and don't sit in the nosebleeds. What the hell you want from me?
Kay Wilson in the chat. You watch the screen in the nosebleeds anyways at a Leaf game.
It's true. You're just watching the screen.
Stay home.
Like, if you're at a Sharks game on that Monday night, are you like with binoculars saying, like, where's Will Smith? Like, what? You're not doing that. You're watching the screen anyway.
Sure.
And Rodgers is fine with it. Ratings are ratings. They're good with it.
They're good with it either way now, right? They own it all.
They own it all, man.
Andrew says, not fans, just sheep.
And guess what? They know it.
Yeah.
That is one of the truer statements I've ever heard about the Leafs. And guess what? MLSE knows it. You think MLSE's new at this? You think they're new at this? Guys. Wow, the manager of the Astros was also told.
I was just going to bring that up.
Sorry, so breaking news. So I mentioned the Astros GM was fired today with 30 some odd games to go because of Dalton Varsha and losing 5 of their last 6 series, despite the fact the Astros are tied with the Rangers for first in a mediocre AL West. Bob Nightingale's reporting that manager Joe Espada was also informed by a high-ranking Astros official his contract will not be renewed after the season.
Damn.
Espada has decided to stay with the team through the rest of the season? Guys, you gotta let him go.
That's weird.
You gotta let him go. The Astros, ever since they stopped banging trash cans, they have no idea what they're doing. They gotta let the guy go. For your own pride, would you not just leave?
Yeah, 100%.
Guys, like, I'm amazed how many people don't have pride.
Unless you thought you can make a run with this team and win it.
The GM just got fired. You're telling me I'm not going to be renewed, and you want me to stick around? Like Carl Ravitch of ESPN, for those who aren't familiar, he's their baseball guy for decades. They apparently laid him off, but he offered to stay and do the Little League World Series and finish parts of the year. Guys, you need some self-respect, man. I'm sorry. That's ridiculous. They don't respect you.
But hold on.
They don't respect you, Azzo. You got to go.
But you're doing it more for the players, I think.
The players don't give a damn about you. You're under 500.
But you're still in a playoff spot.
Jordan Alvarez is losing sleep because Joe Espada? You think Dalton Varsho's losing sleep? Guy's known for 18 days? Joe Espada?
Varsho's got his own thing, but he's just got there. Yeah, he's got his own things to worry about.
Dude.
He can still make the playoffs. What if he goes on a Tortorella run and makes it to the World
See,
Series?
here's the biggest problem about how bad and mediocre baseball is. We're still in the playoff race is masking real issues. It's masking real issues with the Jays, masking real issues with the Houston Astros. Like, you can't be doing it like that. You suck. You suck. You are not a deep organization. You suck. And things have to happen here.
Well, a lot of people thought this was the year the Astros were going to fall off anyways. That's why they were trading certain guys and they didn't re-sign certain guys. And they're looking to start rebuilding. So this might be the first step. They know they're lucky to be in it right now.
Guys, I'm telling you, professionally, like, I don't have kids. I don't have decisions that other people have had to make in their life. I get it. I've done things a little differently. It's been to my benefit, but I understand some people have real responsibilities and they can't walk away from things. I understand that. Let me give you some word of advice. If someone doesn't want you somewhere, take your ass somewhere else. That is pathetic. That is a pathetic look. I don't care what you do professionally. You have value. Whether someone else thinks so or not. Never do that. Never stay somewhere where you've been told, A, you aren't needed, and B, can you help us out for a month? Never do that. Unless you got a bunch of kids to feed, that's a different story, and I respect that. But if you have a choice, you're a little younger than me, you could still do things in your life, don't do that. That is sad when you're in that position. I couldn't believe Carl Ravitch of ESPN did that. I would have given everyone the big one on the way out. ESP, go F yourself. I would have given them on the way out, fingers in the air. I would have given them the William Nylander. Never do that. You have worth. Never do that. That's sad. Who the hell's going to respect Joe Espada in that Astros clubhouse? Who? This guy's out. I just heard
could
Bob
galvanize
Magnelli's-
the players
Bob
together,
Magnelli's
too.
report, he's gone.
Yeah,
You don't have to tell me to do anything. Who the hell are you? You're not going to be here. You think he's going to tell Jordan Alvarez, who's fighting for a triple crown in the American League, what to do?
Those execs aren't in the dugout every day. I get what you're saying, and I'm with you 100% on it. But they're not in the dugout every day. He's fought 131 games with those guys.
Fought real successfully. He's fought.
They're
So
in the playoff
successfully.
spot. The Jays aren't. What are you talking? Like
They both suck.
I agree.
Both teams suck.
Except one's in a playoff spot.
Why am I this angry?
I don't know. But when you're in it, the management's not in it. His contract's up. They want him out. Maybe this galvanizes the players to win one.
You would not.
That's all I'm saying.
You would not have to ask me twice.
And I'm
I'm
with you on
sorry. That is pathetic. That also tells me if you're Joe Espada or you're Carl Ravitch
He's
or
not
someone
getting
else.
Another job right now.
That's what that tells me you think the deal is. Well, right now, yeah. No, he's not getting a job right now because it's the end of the season. Of course he's not getting a job right now.
Why not just try and win it with you?
But the offseason's a month away. Put out some resumes.
Yeah, you can still do that.
Have you seen that Houston team play?
Why can't you do that?
Even if they get in, they're not doing anything.
Like, maybe this galvanizes the players.
No, they're not. You know
They
what?
win one for the skip.
Oh, yeah. What's going to galvanize? A new contract hasn't galvanized Dalton Varsho, but a new manager will? Really? Dalton Varsho in a contract year, new environment, 169 average. He's really motivated, Dalton Varsho. Trying to hit a home run. A home run hitter who's not a home run hitter. Trying to hit a home run every time he's up. Yeah, he's a new man. Joe Espada is going to really inspire him. Really inspire Dalton
Don't make it
Varsho.
about one guy.
This is all Dalton Varsho's fault. Never do that. Never do that in your life. If you can help it. Some people can't. I understand that. That's crazy. Yeah, we don't need you around, but you hang out for another month? Get bent. Get the hell out of here. I almost swore a second time.
Do it.
Skull leader in the chat.
Then
Guys,
it can be swearing Monday.
Guys, Dalton Varsho really, though, he's on the edge of 170. Anything else on the Leafs ticket situation?
No.
Because I don't care about the complaints if you're still going to pay whatever they want.
If it's sold out every night.
Like you guys really think you're being tough here with some comments online about the
But
league?
they're real fans. Like, they want to go. They pick one game and spend the money.
But if that's the price, but here's what I'm trying to figure out. If that's the price to go and you can't afford it in your life, because I got news, we all know things are tough and they might get tougher.
Yeah, but can you explain that to a kid who really wants to go? Like, you pick a game and you just go to one.
Guys.
It does suck for families who
Guys.
can't get to more than one.
Guys, If you have to tell your kid we can't afford to go to a Leaf game, guess what? You can't afford to go to a Leaf game. Your kid's going to figure it out. Take him to Top Golf or something. I don't know. Like, do anything else with your time. Like, I feel like the necessity, the need to, like, it's a God-given right to some people to be in the arena. Guys, these prices are changing. It's not. It's not. But the feeling that I'm owed a cheap ticket from a corporation is laughable to me. Sports are changing. Do you know how many sports organizations have been sold the last 2-3 years? It's becoming a house flip, guys. They don't care if you get in the arena or not. Watch for this next bit of funding that's going to come into MLSE here in the next little while from foreign entities. Watch this. You think you can't get in now?
I just don't get how fans are upset or mad at this when we got that list last year of what they were charging people to do stuff around the arena.
That was still funnier to me.
No, it's funny.
The list at MLSE.
I'm just saying
was still funnier to me than this.
You're gonna be surprised that they're money hungry like this? Like, of course not. And a lot of people in the chat saying go see a Marlies game. It's better for the kids anyways, and I agree with that too. We saw some
Marlies games are fun. The kids will have a great time at Marlies games too.
And the people are
100%.
really into the hockey.
Man.
What are we getting mad about next?
Oh, I got something. Actually, no, it's not really mad. I just want to lay out a story Lance Hornby kind of had. There's a few people in the Toronto market that had this over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a good story. This has not been a good summer for regional NHL radio rights. The more high-profile stories included Columbus, basically the Blue Jackets scrapping their radio broadcast and just simulcasting TV, which is a cheap and unfortunate option. Rogers shut down the Calgary radio station, 960, Sportsnet 960. So Flames rights were kind of in limbo there for a minute, but Chorus came in. Thankfully, that was a good story. And hockey fans in the city of Calgary will be able to hear the Flames. And there was a good story here in terms of MLSE. It looks like the radio broadcast is staying. There was a lot of talk about Joe Bowen just had his final season. I don't know if you heard. Joe Bowen has his final season calling radio in Toronto for the Leafs, next to Jim Ralph. And the organization did him a service. Like, that was a proper goodbye for Joe Bowen. The question now became kind of what was going to happen to it. So it looks like we're going to have radio broadcasts again. Now, is it going to be always on the Fan or TSN Radio, or are they going to put it on Sportsnet Plus? And like, I don't know exactly what they're going to do. But they are reportedly not only looking for a new radio play-by-play voice regionally for the Toronto Maple Leafs, but they've narrowed it down, according to Lance Hornby of the Toronto Sun. So we got two names. Name number one is a guy who's been calling AHL games for like 16 years. Hamilton native Todd Crocker. Todd Crocker's 59 years old, and he's been grinding. It's not an easy life. Minor league hockey all the time, not an easy life. But Todd loves it, and he's done a great job with it. And he apparently is one of the finalists. And for those who've forgotten kind of the Crocker feel, we have his final call of the Marlies winning the Calder Cup a few months back. And you're not going to hear Todd any more passionate or emotional than he was in this moment. Let's go back in time.
Back the other way, and then racing for it is Bo Grew. He grabs it up, hangs on, and trying to kill it in the corner with 15 seconds left to go. Logan Shaw bats at it. 10 seconds left to go. Long pass ahead. This one on the stick of Nadeau. 5 seconds. Crossing. Shot right on. Played into the corner. Gravity has been destroyed. Destiny has been delivered. The Marlies are Calder Cup champions.
And then he like ripped his shirt open and went, ah! Great call from Todd Crocker. That's when the Marlies won the Calder Cup this year. Another name you're hearing is a name you did hear on Maple Leaf broadcasts occasionally, filling in for his dad. David Bowen, 25 years of age, calls games for the Sudbury Wolves in the Ontario Hockey League. And once in a blue moon, he stepped in alongside Jim Ralph and called Leaf games. And there was a moment in December of last year, it was Holy Mackinac night, where they honored Joe Bowen. It was a game between Toronto and Chicago, and they honored Joe Bowen. And by honor Joe Bowen, I mean they just let him drink all night and not work. They had a private suite. It looked like a great deal. Like if you're Joe Bowen, perfect.
That's a proper tribute.
Perfect. But someone has to call the game. So they asked his son, David Bowen. Again, 25 years of age, but he's grinding as well. And it was a weird game. It was, Sami, if you heard this before, it was a game where the Leafs really didn't show up for 2 periods and then won. They've done that a lot before. And this was one of those games. So the Leafs, I think the Leafs had like 5 shots through 2 periods or something like that. It was 2-0 Chicago. Leafs tie it up. And Joe Bowen's son, David, is in the booth with Jim Ralph. And Jim Ralph asked, are we going to get a Holy Mackinac tonight? From you, David? And David's like, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can dust that off. So the first part of this clip is them having this conversation, and then the unthinkable happens. Here it is.
Holy Mackinac night here. I'm going to leave that word reserved for my dad, but I'm pretty sure one would have come out there.
Let's just say I hope you get another chance to maybe use it.
Here's the chance again. They score! Dakota Joshua! Holy Mackinac! The Leafs have scored 3 unanswered goals in the third, and they take the lead.
And that was Holy Mackinac night, as the Leafs honored Joe Bowen December of last year, and Joe Bowen's son, David, with the call. The timing there was, I forgot how good the timing was on that.
Yeah.
Jim Ralph kind of called it.
It's just great to hear that.
It was great. It was great. So according to Lance Hornby's reporting in the Toronto Sun, there was a report circulating that Todd Crocker had got the job. That's not true yet. The Leafs have not made an announcement. Unless something broke in the last 5 minutes or something. I haven't seen anything. Okay. So Lance Hornby of the Toronto Sun is reporting it's down to Crocker and Joe Bowen's kid, David. Both call hockey. Both love hockey. It would be an honor for either to get this. Again, to me, the big headline is this is happening. I did not know what was going to happen to Leafs radio rights. There was a lot of speculation. So that's kind of where we're at. The Leafs have not made a decision. This would change the life of either of these gentlemen. No doubt about it. And I got to say, on seniority alone, I think Todd should be the guy. Yeah. I think David's a very good play-by-play guy. I think he could still get even better with more reps down the line. He's in a great hockey market in Sudbury, and he's going to be an amazing elite-level play-by-play guy. But at 59, and considering how many times around the track Todd Crocker has gone, I kind of hope Todd gets it. Selfishly, I kind of hope Todd gets it. If David were to get it, it would mean a lot to a lot of people in that organization. It would. Joe Bowen would be crying for like a week if he gets the gig. It would be so emotional for him.
A lot of Holy Mackinacs then.
But yeah, I want to say that about Todd. And Ben Shulman called a lot of minor league baseball in his day, and it makes you better. It makes you better. So we'll see what the Leafs do here. And listen, if Todd's been kind of waiting on the opportunity, we'll see if it's him. There's a lot going on in decisions like this.
For sure.
In case people don't know. But that's where we're at. And I think, I know people look at radio rights differently for the National Hockey League in comparison to years gone by. I still think this matters a lot. I think this matters a lot. This person's going to be part of the DNA of the place. And eventually do something Joe Bowen never had the opportunity to do, call a Stanley Cup winner in Toronto. Someone's going to get it right and fall ass backwards into it. It's going to happen. I don't know when, but it's going to happen. Will it be Todd Crocker on the call? Will it be David Bowen? Will it be someone else? Maybe there's another name in the mix we don't know about. I don't know. But But that's the latest. And I just thought Leaf fans would be pretty interested in that. Any thoughts on that, Azo?
No, I think everything you said was pretty bang on. Yeah, radio takes a lot to do, right? Like you really got to cut your chops on. Like you can't just let things breathe like you do in TV. So sometimes the more reps, the better. We'll see. Like you said, don't think they can go wrong. Whoever gets it. There's a lot of people in the chat saying Todd to the Leafs and David to the Marlies. We'll see.
We'll see. Again, listen, they both work really, really hard. I think I'm looking at the guy who's been doing it 16 years at 59.
And that's why you do it, right?
If, I think Todd would, but you know what? I think it would rip both their hearts out if they didn't get it. This is what intrigues me about this. This means the world to both these guys. Both these guys.
Again, that's why you do this. And you spend those
100%.
years in the minor. When it opens up, you hope for that opportunity and you got to wish and a prayer on it, right?
Yeah,
like you want it so bad.
For sure.
I am sure it would mean so much to both of them. And the one who doesn't get it would be a bit devastated, without a doubt.
We're going to close out with this line today, Azo. Ray Bay in the chat. In terms of me saying someone who gets this job may call a Stanley Cup winner for the Leafs.
This will be good.
Ray Bay says, will we be alive for it, Sid? Topic for tomorrow. When the Leafs win the Cup, we'll be alive or dead? That's a positive Tuesday talking point. How about that? All right, Azo. By the way, Kawhi is still not a Raptor.
What's he up to?
Oh, we have time for this.
Yeah, let's do it.
By the way, before you show it, do you know who is posting more on social media than they've ever posted before in their life? Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard, who is currently under NBA investigation for alleged cap circumvention with the LA Clippers. A guy who never posted for any company basically ever, aside from New Balance or whoever. The posts I've seen from his Asian trip.
So much.
Wow. So they put out a video. Kawhi's social media team, another video. One of the early scenes in the video is him looking at his phone, and what I think is, you can't really tell because it's blurred out. I'm pretty sure he's reading a post about his alleged chicanery.
Sure looks like it.
So someone's now funny. Now it's funny. I'll tell you this, though. Azo, all the posting, I think this guy knows in terms of North American sponsors, he is now nuclear. He's having fun on this trip. I'm sure he's making good money in China and at Kai Tak Arena.
August 15th at the Kai Tak Arena.
But when he gets back, I don't think there's going to be anything waiting for him. I could be wrong. Maybe the trade goes through with the Raptors and Toronto companies are just tripping over themselves.
Why? Because of
company went belly up. It was frauded, as everybody knows. If you want any more questions or more details about that company, you can either ask the owner or whoever else is involved in the fraud.
There wasn't the fraud.
The fraud was.
Yeah. But I think things might be drying up for him in North America. I think.
Sounds like.
So putting out all these posts like friendly Kawhi online when it's been an FU forever, I find this amazing.
Or his new agent's trying to show,
amazing.
Look, he can post. He can post.
Yeah.
He can sign that contract and actually live up to it.
Yep. BGR in the chat. I did see the photo. I didn't pull it. Did you see who was in Vancouver over the weekend? Steph and Alicia Curry.
Oh, yeah. He had a quote about Toronto, too, didn't he?
No. Well, he always has a quote about Toronto because everyone's like, remember when you dribbled the ball with Dell?
Yeah, yeah.
Because everyone asked him. It's like 100 stories done on it. Yeah, sure. Keep asking him about Dell and yeah, sure. Go ahead. I did notice that.
Everybody loves Vancouver.
All right.
So you think we got news this week? You said it last week. You still think so?
No.
No? You're off?
I'm less
optimistic?
I have to be honest. I'm curious what Pablo's waiting for.
Yeah. It's a great question.
Pablo has discipline, man. There were people
you have to make
ripping
sure.
the hell out of him up and down. If I were him last week, I would have come out with something harsh. Like the Heat. Up and in, 99, near the chin. He didn't do it. He's talking about other things. But like in terms of the Kawhi story, nope. Very disciplined. Very disciplined. We'll see. We shall see.
You want to give some love?
We have just completed a complete rebuild of TFC.
Sure did on the weekend.
Best TFC result in years.
Forever.
They went to Miami and beat Messi. And Josh Sargent, got on the score sheet.
What?
It's true.
No.
TFC 2, Inter Miami 1.
Whoa.
They got a win. And you know what? They played all right. Shots on target were 3-3. Defensively, it was one of their better games they've had in a while. If anything, raised TFC ticket prices after that.
Because the manager was so pissed, got on their ass.
I mean,
maybe.
Robin Fraser, you inspired me. You inspired me, Azo.
There you go.
Yeah, game was in Miami, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Best TFC result. None of you saw it because it was on Apple TV+. By the way, of all the weekends for TSN not to show the TFC game.
Right?
I'm not kidding.
It's true.
They showed CF Montreal. For those who don't know, I think TSN's allowed one MLS game per week. In what world this week do you not put the Messi game on?
Yeah, there had to be something to that. Or that.
I couldn't believe it.
That's crazy.
I couldn't believe that call was made. Honestly, you could pick the Whitecaps, CF Montreal, or Toronto. This is a Toronto week.
Yeah.
They're in Miami.
Who cares? It's a messy week.
I thought that was so strange.
That is bizarre.
Anyway, for those of you who didn't see the TFC game, because none of you saw it, it's on Apple TV, they won, and they played all right.
So it's complete.
We have just completed a complete rebuild of TFC.
Jake Haro in the chat. TFC or Jays make the playoffs? Right now, TFC are tied for the last kind of play-in game. TFC are in a better playoff spot right now, I kid you not, than the Jays technically. But we'll see. All right.
I was speaking to my cousin in Florida, and who lives close to Miami, and he was like, "Yeah, Miami sucks." I'm like, "They're second in the conference. What are you talking about?" Then I realized, because they lost to TFC.
High standards down there.
Yeah.
Very high standards
Of course.
for Inter Miami.
MLS.
Wally Prof in the chat. Guys, I watch TFC every week. I found the person. There's one. Anything else, Azo? You good?
No, I'm good. Hit like and subscribe, please,
All right.
folks.
Let's go. We'll grab our parkas and leave because it's that cold here in Southern Ontario.
Jeez.
Our apologies. We wanted to get to Anthony Santander, but we ran out of time. On behalf of Azo and everyone here at Sick Media, I'm Sid. You've been watching and listening to the Sid Seixeiro Show powered by Sick Media. Enjoy the rest of your day. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Take care. We'll talk soon.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sid Seixeiro Show on YouTube, X, Instagram, Facebook, and wherever you get your podcasts.